Hello. Hello everyone. Hello Taku. Hello and welcome everyone to a, I guess special in some way, like, stream. Hello. I am here, yes it is me. Hello Gasly. This... Hello Argus. Joey hands, stop about that! No! The hands are because of Hussie's style. So, that was Flare by Powell, a Homestuck song, and I guess it was fitting because, you know, Psycholonials is made by Hussie and the music is made by Powell. Hello! Hello, Lumia. Glad to see all of you here today. Before we... Whoa, what was that voice break? Oh my gosh! Before we begin though, I need to address something. Something very important. Homestuck, never heard of it. Yeah, Homestuck means a lot to me. As you may have known because I talk about it on stream from time to time. So again, hello Jade! So, I was going to wait a little bit, but since I see there's a lot of you here, I am just going to go ahead and say it. Psycholonials is a game that touches upon very topical things and some heavy and very adult themes. This stream I usually, like, you know, it's not restricted, usually like not age restricted, but I do talk a lot about like adult and not safe for work topics, but this is going to be different. It's not just going to be horny chat. Psycholonials is going to tackle some heavy stuff, so please be aware of that. If you have any triggers of any kind, be careful when dealing with this, because I am not exactly sure how far the rabbit hole goes. And with that out of the way, let me set things up. So yeah, things could get political, things are going to get about the pandemic, so yeah! Keep that in mind. This story is not suitable for minors. The game says it plain as day there. Oh god, wait! I'm stupid. That's better. That's better. The music is going to be nice though. How is the ratio? I can expand the screen a little bit more. Yeah, I can. There we go. There we go. So, with this very chill music, let us begin the journey into the mind of one Andrew Hussie during, like, you know, the whole lockdown. This is something the creator of Homestuck made during the lockdown for the pandemic, so yeah, expect things. Did you have a phobia for clowns? You didn't know that right now! Ooh! Oh yeah, there's going to be clowns and horses. You can be sure of that. Oh, Flare! Huh. Chapter 1 of 9. Summer That Never Was. Okay. An island sits off the eastern coast of the United States. It's a little over 10 miles wide and most of the year a little over 10,000 people deep. They call it a summer colony. When the weather gets warm, the number of people pushing down on the island swells to around 50,000. The town here shares its name with the island. You live here. You're one of the residents pushing down on the place year-round. The steady residents don't contribute much weight though. Off-season life is like the reprieve for the island, like lifting the load off the back of a perennial workhorse. There's the horses! There's the fucking horses! Is the volume okay? Should I raise it? Lower it? Tell me just so I know. The summer crush is a different story. 100,000 feet at once give you the impression the seasonal colonists have all conspired to shove this charming New England rock right back into the ocean. Horse Count 1! But 2020 is different. You don't see it happening this year. Can't say you're heartbroken about it either. Had a phobia of clowns and horses. That's just like phobia of Hussie at that point. Your name is Zen. It's pronounced more like Jen than Zen. But most people have been determined to mispronounce your name since elementary school, so at some point you decide to go by Z, and it stuck. Stuck it to your partner's too, sorta, who endowed you with the romanticization of a name which could either guarantee a lifetime of correcting people or interminably acquiescing to the wrongness. You know, that already, like, starts kind of real, considering, you know, mispronouncing on names. You like Z better anyway because it's yours, not the— ooh, nice. That's very trans, by the way, that's very trans feels. It's roughly 3 PM and you have just woken up earlier than yesterday, so that's a plus, and with a bit of a hangover, but that's far from unusual. Yeah. Disaster. Your bedroom is a bit messy, but you don't notice anymore. It's a cozy little depression nest and it serves its purpose well, which is to store the body of a depressed 23-year-old woman when she's not working. Yep! This is gonna hit close, isn't it? While the decor manages to accurately reflect her personality and emotional landscape. Waking up. Ordinarily, you'd reach for your smartphone before— okay, yeah, I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. Just a little bit. Mood? Are you guys okay? Don't say mood! Ordinarily, you'd reach for your smartphone before even getting out of bed, and whittle away at the first hour of the day scrolling through the timelines of your various accounts. That sounds so very relatable! But for whatever reason today feels a little different. You stand up to stretch your— sorry, I'm just like taking in the— I'm taking in the music a little bit. It's really chill. I had to put all my games to like 10% every time. I know, right? I don't want to blast my ears. I guess a lot of the time, you know, like when I make a YouTube video, when I publish a video, usually I expect people to have like their volume at like half or so. So maybe people doing the games think you have your like PC volume in general in like half or lower. So it like balances out. I don't know. I have it at like max. The music is a groove. You stand up to stretch your legs and have a look around to reacquaint yourself with the artifacts of your life which have achieved invisibility through familiarity. Ooh, invisibility through familiarity, that's a nice. You have this exact arrangement of posters taped to your wall since you moved here. Before that, actually, these posters were on the wall of your dorm in college, in this exact pattern. When the time came to make your desperate getaway from campus, you ripped it off your wall in one big taped-together mass, rolled it all up, and hit the road. Then when you got here, you simply unrolled it and put it back up. Why mess with it? This particular hodgepodge of pop cultural nonsense says as much about yourself as you'd ever care to say using a wall. Yes, that's Corgat! And that's the insane clown posse. Maybe it's a consequence of the media you consume that made you feel this way, but you have always believed you can tell a lot about a person by studying the things they used to like. In fact, you might even go as far as saying, in this era, an individual's personality isn't much more than a composite of all the media they've ever consumed, and their favorite stuff in particular. This is very good. This is very good so far, but like, a kind of like look at the current like media stuff. That's a thing too. I have known Solid Snake too, and who's that? I have no idea. There's probably some BTS around because Hussie is like that. Andrew Hussie is the creator of Homestuck, and I have followed them for a while. And I know this their apology to ICP fans. Yeah. You know, like Hussie has been very in the in the spotlight of like social media and becoming like a celebrity all of a sudden. Not like a major celebrity, but like a very parasocial like kind of person. Because, Homestuck got very popular and suddenly he had like millions of teens following him. And this game is a lot in response to to their experiences regarding, all that stuff in general. That's why whenever you meet someone new, you kind of wish you could just look at their bedroom and take a quick tour of their interests, sparing you a lot of laborious banter and wondering over whether someone's worth your time. Again, it could be certain times of content you've consumed in your past which resulted in this philosophy. But you can be sure, all you can do is refresh your memory and your various interests and reaffirm who you are to yourself, along with an imaginary voyeurs who have inexplicably decided to tune into your underwhelming morning ritual. That's your Metal Gear Solid poster! You have created a number of fun works for this series, and not a single one of them is suitable for children! Very few of them are suitable for most adults, actually. But never mind that, you think Kojima has an advanced understanding of war, which has eluded authors far more celebrated than he. You also think Kojima has an advanced understanding of horny gay men with enormous butts, which is an asset of far greater literate value in your opinion. Then you are... Oh, then you are... Insane Cloud Posse, of course, you are way out of this by now, but you had a juggalo phase in high school. The reason for this decision was extraordinarily complex and layered, far over the head of anyone who could ever be inclined to wonder, if you even need to ask, why being done with a clown cannot be fully explained. You mainly keep this as a reminder of your roots. A reminder of a philosophy toward family, which you prefer to more conventional definitions. Okay, this is painting a thing, like Zen's name, like Z, because it's her and not their name. The now talking about family as like a juggalo family instead of like blood family. This is kind of like hinting at her past and not getting along with family and preferring like, bonds made with people more than those formed by blood. I like that. You have had this up since 2017, which is before Post went apeshit with all the face tattoos. Increasingly, these days he seems determined to look like hot garbage, and yet the uglier he gets, the more more fond of him you grow. You will never forsake this kind-hearted goblin prince. He could tattoo a dick on his face and you'd probably weep tears of joy. I have no idea who Post is. Wait, Post Malone? Yeah, I don't know. It's like you said when you checked out the ICP poster, you like to keep reminders of your pop cultural roots. There was a long story you read when you were young. You almost never talk about it now, but this guy, he's here to remind you. Whether you like it or not, it's a part of you now. Yeah, I think that's Post Malone! Oh, Zen is a mess and I love them. The calendar marks the days for your shifts at a local restaurant where you work as a waitress. The page is set to February 2020, but this is wrong. The pandemic sent you into an unusually bleak depression spiral, so you haven't flipped the page. Oh my gosh! This is right, the date is April 20, 2020. You guess you leveled a lot of these months in advance at the beginning of the year, when you were in higher spirits. A week ago was a day relevant to childhood interests, so you facetiously drew a little doodle to commemorate. And today, of course, is Weed Day, not that you actually smoke weed, blaze it, and Homestuck Day, 1 week apart. Can't wait to reminisce about Homestuck in 5 years. I already reminisce about Homestuck and I am still in the fandom. 2020. Homestuck Day reminder, yep. Mostly on account of being too lazy to bother acquiring any. But that doesn't mean the annual milestones shouldn't be solemnly honored with the gravity of a religious holiday. As I said yesterday to a friend in confidence, weekday is exactly like Christmas. You may not be practicing, but it is kind of an important day in the internet. We're one day late. Yeah, I know. Yesterday was the actual final update of this game. Like, I am playing it now because it just came out yesterday. Look at that face. You stare at the calendar. You mostly just can't believe it's almost May already. Has it really been that long since you went to work? You guess that must be right. Early March was the last day the restaurant was open, and you've been holed up here ever since without pay. You couldn't buy borrowing rent money from your friend Abby, who has also been shut in since the outbreak began. Not seeing her in months, not seeing anyone really, has had a very negative effect on your mental health. Probably the biggest reason you've been waking up so late these days. Aww, Zen. Yeah, as I said, this is hitting close to the whole pandemic thing. There's a ton of computer equipment laying around. It hasn't been powered up in years, actually. Doing so would probably remind you of your college traumas. Oof. Sometimes you wonder if you will ever turn it on again. That's really for the best. Your hacking days are behind hacking days. I love that those old projects you were working on have gotten you into some serious trouble. Woo! These days it's all about cultivating your brand. Although it hasn't been going too that well. More to the point, you'd probably be the first to admit your online brand is fairly shitty. But one has to start somewhere. Rebuilding a social media presence after a series of psychologically devastating catastrophes doesn't happen overnight. What happened to you in the past? It is, but it is like a very stylized, like, kind of vibe. Like, it is intentional, the different pixel size. On the floor is a printout of your manifesto. You wrote this a few years ago before your life melted down. It began as an ironic exercise, but the more you wrote, the less ironic it became. 100% knew about the mix. Yeah, like 100%. Like, this is deliberate. Like, the kind of like shitty, like JPEG crusted backgrounds that are like deep fried, and the very simple pixel art is extremely like, it is shitty, like it is a sin, and it is kind of shitty, but it is charming in a way. You completed it just before the series of calamitous events leading to the aforementioned meltdown. You doubt this is a total coincidence, since as Abby likes to point out, only crazy people write manifestos, which is more than a little hypocritical since she's been actively writing one herself. The Jubilite Manifesto. Still, hers is pretty light reading and revolves around her secret RPF shipping theories, whereas the Jubilat Manifesto is an incendiary piece of left-wing literature that happens to revolve around unrepentant clownery. She's really right to say it's for the best you never pick this thing up again. Intentionally shit is 100% Hussie's front! Yep. Your stroll down special interest lane has delayed the inevitable long enough. Tend to get pulled into a vortex of your traditional wake-up scrolling bench. The timelines, the threads, the feeds, the comments, they won't brainlessly ogle themselves. Fucking Post Malone! You pause to admire your lock screen. It's a more recent pic of your boy post. Complete with all his most recent, utterly grotesque tattoos, the man is looking like fresh hell. Your heart palpitates, and you feel momentarily nauseous, but you regain your composure long enough to unlock your phone. Wait a minute! Is that fucking Snake and Liquid? How is that Liquid? Please, no! Or is that someone else? Your phone unlocks, there's your background. It's a gratuitous pornographic piece of fan art depicting two muscular homosexual soldiers caught in the throes of passion. You keep this one as your unlock screen so that prying eyes in public don't get a gander at material which some may find inappropriate. Oh, that's gas, otherwise, okay, that's gas, good. Hello, Olive! Yeah, it's gas. I don't know much about, like, Metal Gear. But as your wise-ass friend has pointed out, the Malone lock screen is arguably more indecent to flash it public! No, it's not Ocelot. It's Miller. Ooh, Master Miller could be! That's Gaz, my friend is a Metal Gear expert. Okay. It's Gaz. It's done, it's Gaz, it's not Liquid, thank you. What's your phone screen like, Wag? My phone screen is a Patreon, like, a Patreon wallpaper from the Homestuck Patreon before it closed down. That's my lock screen, and my unlock screen is a piece of fan art of Jade Harley with Becquerel. But enough dithering over your gallery of obscene mails. Time to check your accounts. There she is! Shide, Bad Postmaker, Nantucket, MA. Clown Boner! Z69 Clown Boner 420! Z! Z! Please do not tempt fate. Most of your effort in building, attempting to building a brand has gone into your Instagram account. As a new influencer trying to get your footing, you've been tinkering with something in the e-girl genre. So far you aren't doing anything too crazy, your dadaist impulses are what your TikTok is for. 996 followers, 65 following. Okay, that's actually a fair enough following for 100 posts. You can tell Hussie is 41? I have no idea if it's an actual account, but maybe. If it wasn't when this came out, it is now, I can assure you. Is this a Capricorn zodiac? It is actually real. Here it's mostly a bunch of tame, silly shots of you posing around the island. The boys love it when you go to the beach for some reason. You're ugly, we stand a queen. E-boy Steve! Is that you, Steve? Steve, are you on chat today? Steve? That's Gerald. Nobody. Serving looks like a goddess, total shit. Pickle Rick fart, really. When the OST Bandcamp dropping? Bandcamp? Actually, the OST is on Bandcamp, like Psycholonials.bandcamp.com is the OST. But don't go there, there's spoilers. Ooh, thank you. Just say what I... Sorry, Iris, sorry. I tried to keep the delay at picklerig.fart your beloved. No! Fuck off. Your light following mostly attracts a bunch of sims. Reply, guys, I read your marks in the comment section. A bunch of sims, huh? Huh, chat, huh? I wonder what that could be like. Look at those! Look at those! There's no sugarcoating it, your TikTok is just plain weird, full of avant-garde shit posts of a humorous nature, usually performed in a completely deadpan manner, and with oblique intent to the average user of this platform. Sometimes you will knowingly post cringe. Always ironically though, which as far as you're concerned, is dynamite content. Less of a following, actually. It got first-hand experience, unfortunately. Sims are central to the story. I can't believe Hussie captured sim culture perfectly. Nice. Not many people understand it though. A handful of loyal sims in your follower list always seem to lap it up. Abby never misses an opportunity to reprimand you for your cringe posting. This is to be expected though, she's a pro after all. And even you know your cringe posts are indefensible. That's the entire point. Twitter is bad. You hardly use this account, but you keep it on hand for the sake of continuing to receive abuse? You're not sure. The doxing and harassment have finally died down over the last year. Nothing close to what they were just after your meltdown. The persecution for your past crimes is barely at a trickle now, which is a double-edged sword. Balls, piss, cum. Thank you. Also, yeah, that, like, the doxing and harassment talk about Twitter, that is something that Hussie and their, like, what funking friends definitely have gone through. Balls, please come. He's the biggest sim! No! You're accusing me! I didn't see the last line. You're calling me the biggest sim? Maybe I am. Sure, it's nice to get fewer death threats, but it's also a sign that no one really cares enough to bother, which is bad for the brand. It's been a few days since you posted any content. The fans are getting restless. Well, not really, but they are restless in your anxious imagination. You're just shy of 1,000 followers. Maybe a new post will push it over the edge? Of course you understand the crowd isn't that eager for more content. But you know it's a common affliction among aspiring influencers. They need to keep pushing content out of fear their followers will get bored. Yeah, I am a big simp for simp is just love. Balls please come. As if they're a slobbering pack of wild dogs, insatiable beasts who must have more! But you're not an idiot, and you follow plenty of accounts too. And you know you could barely give a shit if even your favorite accounts stop posting for a while. They can chill if they want, it simply could not affect your life. Your posting habits are more a matter of personal ethos. If you want to build a brand, the content must flow, and so you shall make it flow. But what to post? This, as always, is the burning question. You fire up your TikTok because that's where the shitposts go, and God knows you don't have the energy for assembling a respectable e-girl fit or fixing up your makeup. You try to think of a more funny deadpan nonsense you can bullshit your way through while lying in bed. Oh God, you look like shit, Z! Well, not before fixing yourself up a little. Christ, you look like hell! You fix your hair back a bit? Nope, still bad. Ugh. You know what? Fuck it, you're just going to use an absurd filter and crank the irony dial all the way up, looking more and more like it's gonna be a cringe post Monday! Why hasn't Zen started on OnlyFans? Because Hussie wanted the game to stay on Steam, huh? Oh no, that's awful! You start babbling incoherently. You even turned a voice filter to maximize the cringe factor. What are you even saying? You have no idea where this is going. You play it back and yikes, it's hard to even get through the whole thing. It's dealing a massive amount of psychic damage. Perfect. Actually, this is what you were going for! Let the Sims grit their teeth through every second of this monstrosity and thank you for it. Truth be told, this is the caliber of content they deserve! It's the same IVAC style Hussie used for the trolls, yep. Yep it is. And the same kind of eye too. You post cringe, butt McFuckles, she don't miss. Cringe baby, you just drop a whole sack of these, a true angel. Yep, the reply guys are lining up to kiss your ass as usual. The usual suspects every time, a little entourage of loyal and lascivious hype man. It's sort of adorable and disgusting to use simultaneously. Why stay busy with horny post Monday? I am going to be horny posting later on in Twitter, so look forward to that. Call out posts on Sims! Psychic damage meter? Actually, maybe more disgusting than usual today. That feeling is creeping in. Disgust. Not with the boys per se, it runs deeper than that. Your post fucking sucked. And you're on the verge of regretting it. Why is it always like this pushing out content? After hitting submit, equal odds that sense of loading begins to settle in. Was the post a good idea? Could it have been a better? Should you have just not bought at all? It makes you feel crazy, this media landscape. Above all, you think your disgust isn't so much about the specific post as it is with a general lack of direction and inspiration. What the fuck are you even trying to do? What are you about? You're too depressed to come up with answers today. But then, that seems to be true every day. You log off TikTok with dismay. You're getting a DM on Discord. It's your friend Abby. Not surprising since she almost always hits you up after your post some content, usually with some friendly critique. Today is rolling no different and you have a feeling you already know what she's going to say. Isn't it a bit early in the day to be sad posting cringe? You usually have the courtesy to wait till I'm sound asleep and you're drunk off your ass. Fuck off, I know it's cringe. So this is what it's come to. Your brand as an ironic cringe poster is congealing before my eyes. I guess it's hard to come up with like ideas for shit. Ain't that the truth? What are you talking about? All you do is post bits of you looking hot and saying dumb shit. Yeah! That's a hell of a brand if you can make it work, which you obviously can. At least you know what you're about. I'm still trying to figure that out. Hasn't been going well lately. That's easy. You are also about looking hot and posting cringe apparently. Well, not fucking hot enough, not like you. Nonsense! The sizzling bitch plastered all about my timeline begs to differ, and the gentleman colors you have attracted to your contents, they seem none too displeased. Christ. Whoa, what's this? Z! You crossed the 1,000 follower mark! See, you're being so down on yourself for nothing. You're well on your way to the big leagues. The fuck is this patronizing shit? It says, how am I even on your timeline? You don't even fucking follow me. You're too embarrassed to remember. Cause it could hurt your brand if people could check your follow list and see my freak ass there without your past baggage. Oh, that's not fair. You know the game, Z. How many of your fucking 3 million followers could you really lose if you follow me? I do follow you with an alt. You know about this. I mean on your main, Abby. What could it cost you realistically? You just showed up on that list. No fanfare, no shoutouts, or any bullshit like that. Just another one friend following another. Cause she got her back. Just looks like what, a few grand maybe? Even then, it'd just be a handful of snarling cons. You don't need stinging up the joint anyway. Wow. Wow, Z! You forgot how messy Z looks, yeah. Cringe post Monday, maybe at some point. It's the same IPEX style, colored post on the same. Abby. It's not even about that, it's about keeping the discourse down, come on. I mean, not to sound like a bitch, but I couldn't handle the shit you went through. You know damn well we both got the same kind of dirt on us, but like, with what? But you already fucked yourself up, and I'm still keeping a little it all, like, delicately. And if you thought it was rough for you, think about what it could be like for me at my level of visibility. Oh, I say how it fucking is, you're too famous, so you'd fall harder than I did. It's fine, I got thrown to the wolves because I'm a nobody, right? Oh, she's a bottom! Abby's a bottom! No, I mean like, I had to go to the fucking hospital, Abby. Okay, fuck, I'll follow you, Jesus! I was just messing with you, why do you have to turn it into such a serious thing? I don't know. She's really depressed, huh? It's fine actually, don't follow me, I know exactly why you don't. I'm just being shitty because I'm in a bad mood. You're right, because if it triggered discourse, I'd be the one to take most of the heat anyway. I just need to keep piecing my brand together the old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned way? Like horse and carry shit? Yes, horse count number 2! Yes, Abby, that's exactly what I meant. Like how all people used to cultivate their social media platforms when everybody owned horses. What? Horses? Well, I was fucking joking. I mean, just figure out what I'm trying to do or say here, and let people who are into that come to me naturally. You know, that's kind of like what I'm doing here. Horse count you. It's kind of what I'm doing here, like, you know, I'm just like playing games and being myself, and if people like that and like stick around, that's good. Actually, horse counts 4, huh? The type of people who couldn't give a fuck about what my past is like. Bottom moments number 2. I think you were joking. Can we please just let it go unsaid for once? That we always both know when we're joking. We always joking. We get the shit. We're not basic bitches. Yeah, I know, you know. My dry response to you was also a joke, idiot. Oh, the layers of irony. And can you call it on the key smashing? I'm still fucking hungover, and it's the texting equivalent of listening to noisy traffic. Chaotic juxtaposition drama. Autocorrect key smash exclamation. To take the edge off for my poor and feeble friend. Oh, that's a key smash that got autocorrected, I see. Welcome to Relating to Z, you're not immune. Oh, I do that sometimes. It is one of the good goofs, as you know. You know, I was using my normal voice for Z at first because she's the protagonist. But I think I vibe more with Abby's like voice, and Z is falling down a very B-like voice from Night in the Woods. This is actually projecting 100%. It is. Ooh, Z's crimes are equivalent to Hussie's old-ass racist comics. That could be it, actually, like, a past you're ashamed of, she's like, something big happened, and... Not B as in the letter, B as in B-E-A, the name, from Night in the Woods. I do that sometimes, it is one of my good goofs, as you know. Whenever you do that, it's only funny to you, it's just confusing to everyone else. No, but it's subjective and hilarious to all involved. Has anyone ever not been confused when you do it? Lol, as if I ever talk to anyone much but you. Aww. At least maybe we can agree the notion of chaotic juxtaposition drama sounds pretty cool, whatever that means. Fuck yeah! It's why I thought you may be bringing a worthwhile topic rather than continuing to destroy my morning with your useless brain garbage. Elmo, morning. It's almost fucking 4, bitch. Good point, I gotta get going. Okay, any sign of you going back to work yet? Nah, thinking that job is toast for good. Shit, why? But while I was hearing stuff from the owner about reopening the restaurant and getting ready for the summer, but I haven't heard from her in weeks. I think she might have given up on the whole idea. There will even be a third season and just left the fucking island. Or maybe she just got the Rona and died. Fuck. Yeah. You relate to Abby because you're both adults. Shut up. It's fine, I don't really care. Okay, but what about rent? Do you need me to send her money or... No, I'm alright. I think I just won't pay rent this time. I don't even give a fuck anymore. What's this idiot going to do? Evict me? Good luck with that, bro. Incredible attitude. I love you. Okay, gonna eat some shit right now because I feel bad. This definitely has expressing these experiences with internet, but given everything else that happens, I'm gonna say, yeah, no. It is not literally autobiographically, but Z is very much like a self-insert of Hussie in the same way that Dave was. Like, you know, like Hussie didn't have a bro that abused him, and he didn't date a alien boy, but like it shows his progression from their progression from like kind of basic ass like toxic masculinity boy into like, you know, Dave later on when he's a lot more like open about LGBT stuff and very conscientious of it. So Z is the same, and Z is she/they, and Hussie just like, you know, like today we saw that Hussie is using they pronouns too. So like it's kind of like a mirror, but not exactly. It's a fictitious mirror. It's just like self-inserted in the setting. You enter the kitchen, which isn't in much better shape than your bedroom. You pause to consider that the only reason it isn't quite as disastrous is because you spend so little time in here. You make occasional trips to peruse your scant supply of food or your copious supply of alcohol, and then more often than not, it's right back to bed. God, you live like this, bitch? Didn't date an alien boy, source? I don't know, I assumed. This fridge is a total wasteland. It's hard to get out for grocery shopping. Sheltering in place has warped your lifestyle beyond recognition. Much easier to order shit, but money has been running low, and hitting Abby for cash gets old. There's a pot of Kraft macaroni you think you made, what, 5 days ago? It looks like absolute shit, but it will have to do. You heat up it on the stove for a couple minutes, then bring it to the kitchen table for consumption directly out of the pot. You make a mental note that this depression meal life hack could make for some decent ironic TikTok content. Nope, needs some work. First, you could heat up the quick golden macaroni, then to save time, you transport the pot outside and put the entire thing directly in the garbage can. Then to save even more time, you curl up in a nearby bush and patiently wait to pass away. Yeah, that sounds better. Not today though, because you already shot your TikTok shot. Ugh. On second though, thought, that idea barely even counts as a joke. Realistically, this meal belongs nowhere except the dumpster. The macaroni is practically inedible. You force a few more mouthfuls just for the sake of preventing some of your internal organs from shutting down due to malnutrition and put it aside. Z, please. What next? Oh yeah, you might as well get an early start. This bottle of whiskey is already open anyway. That's because it's the same bottle you opened yesterday. Wow, now that breakfast is over, it's time for phase 2 of the day to kick into gear. Keeping yourself alive is hard work. Making such a healthy breakfast every morning is really taxing, and it takes a lot of you. A couple spoons and the emotionally brittle millennials like... A couple spoons, as the emotionally brittle millennials like to call them, right down the drain, just like that. The spoons. I like the spoon-like mention, yeah. Like this is... I have not been in a big depression dump, but I have seen like people go through a lot of shit during the pandemic, and like seeing all of this, it kind of hits. It does hit, like just like the level at which someone like his life is like fucking thrown off because of the pandemic and depression. Like wow. Yeah, there's the spoons. There's the spoons. When you're alone, Spoon is the only thing for it is to recharge with another session of mindless scrolling on your phone. Do you enjoy it? Hell no. But spoons don't grow on trees, and the invisible spoonometer, which probably floats over your head, seems to respond thoroughly to the practice. Scrolling. Some drama brewing here, some discourse ramping up over there. Fuck these people. Absolutely fuck every single one of them and all their infantile shit they argue over. Trump did what now? Who fucking cares? Democracy's over. Moving on. Wait, what's this? Another senile rapist is challenging him for the presidency. Be still, you're beating hard. Glug, glug, glug. Woohoo! So as I said, this is topical. This game is very topical and very heavy. And yeah, when the pandemic was going on and all of this was going, yeah. Wow, sorry, I just needed a moment because I didn't know that was just going to be the start of it. Your attention turns to the comments your posts have been racking up. Even on all posts, there are always a few new replies to check out for laughs. Candice Shandis. Now, do any of you disgusting psychopaths even know who this bitch is? Do you know what she did? I'm going to assume that if you're willing to follow this cunt, it's only on account of ignorance. But if you continue to follow her after you see all the receipts, then I can only assume you are. Who's this bitch calling shit in the mentions? Oh no, a chill runs down your spine. This was one of the nightmare people who helped cancel you a few years ago. You said she got bored of you, but it looks like she's at it again. Yikes. She's working hard to dredge out your problematic past to make sure anyone who didn't realize you did that stuff stays well informed. What a service she's doing for the public! You simply block the bile harpy and continue scrolling. People like her tend to be hit and run trolls. Sure, it's still somewhat triggering to see them rear their heads now and then, but it's pretty rare these days. The followers hit the real staying power, of course. The followers with the real staying power, of course, are the replay guys, the merry little band of lonely boys who fluttered near your flame. Yeah, that is stuff yeah. I'm on a Sim Farm. You have got to record it! God bless him! Sim Farm! That's the American dream, right? To own a nice little farm. You can't hurt anything on your quaint plot of land. A humble patch of dirt to the founding fathers died to bequeath you. They died for your right to harvest Sims. Maybe they weren't half bad? Well, no, they were. You're just an enterprising woman making the best of a series of ill-intended imperialist blunders which took place several centuries ago. You guess that's all anyone's doing, really. These boys, though, they aren't genocidal frauds who stain the history books of your public education. They're mostly just a bunch of harmless randy fools. You're almost fond of them against your better judgment. They ever told us exactly these was? Do you wonder how many members of this little flock happen to live here on this island? Probably nobody, since you have so few followers. You guess some of Abby's followers might live here though? Actually, it's more than likely, since Abby lives here too. She's probably got a few Sims who are thrilled to be living on the same small island with such a sexy and popular influencer. Sim farming! Could the basic principle apply to you on a small scale? Someone following you just because he happens to notice you're local? Not out of question. You linger on the idea. The 1,000 people who follow you, they like you, right? Ostensibly, this is why people follow each other. The hate which has chased you around has obscured this truth, but it seems likely this is how normal people operate. That's kind of incredible for you to dwell on, but these people actually like you. It's like a miracle that anyone good. Oh, look at that face! You're certain that this list overwhelmingly consists of cishet males. You wonder how many of them are attractive. Can't possibly be more than a precious handful. You have to imagine these kings, these magnificent jewels in the rough. That they could bother following you, a complete loser and shithead with a bad attitude and an even worse content, while they have the audacity to be good looking and probably sensitive and misunderstood. You realize you're getting drunk enough to wonder if it's a good idea to reach out to your followers through a story post to see if anyone's nearby. Actually, that's not true. You don't wonder if it's a good idea. You're perfectly aware it isn't. What you mean is, you're getting drunk enough, you know it's a bad idea, but you do it anyway. Why waste another second bullshitting yourself about it? You know you're going to end up caving to yourself in the mental debate, so you cut to the chase and just do it instead. Wakraya sim farmer Elber! Miracle. Oh, I didn't notice a miracle count. You prepare a cunning thirst trap. I'm forced into your story. Oh, please, Z. This is such a bad idea. You check your DMs, and within minutes you collect about a dozen messages, all from the usual selling suspects. Guys you were expecting a reply from, no matter where they live. Really predictable shit going on here. I'm in Brazil, but visiting as soon as I can. Something about this dude's face and the mirror pisses you off for reasons you can't put your finger on, so you block him? Most of these replies are completely useless. Percy of Hyrule. I live in Brookline, MA. Hang on. One guy says he's from Brookline, Massachusetts. That's not far off, actually. There's something to work here. It must depend on how invested this guy is. Maybe you could rope him into coming to the island soon. Ferry schedules vary through the year, but there's practically always one departing from Hyannis, which is probably about half an hour's drive from Brookline. Maybe he could even make the trip today if his depression level is high enough. Oh my god, Percy. No spoilers! I don't want spoilers! What's that face then? Z is Nantucket, New England. Okay, that's good to know. But then, it all depends on whether he's worth bothering with, doesn't it? It's quite a puzzle, thinking about the factors in play. If he's hot enough, his desperation index could be very low. It might be like pulling teeth getting him down there, which could kill the impulse allure of this dumb shit stunt. But if he's a ghoul, you could probably get him to swim here. To swim here! But then, if that's the case, why could you go to such length to debase yourself like this? Why indeed? It's an internally rhetorical question, of course you could. Your thoughts turn again to your idol, dear sweet post. A complete swamp goblin of a man, and yet, if he were in your kitchen right now, you could have known that you'd ravage the poor fellow! He could probably be afraid of you. It could be better if he were afraid of you. Z! Z! Oh my god! Your secret wish is that one day you hope to strike sexual intimidation into the heart of an American singer, songwriter, rapper, record producer, and actor known for his introspective songwriting and laconic vocal style. Not that you could ever make such controversial remarks out loud, not again anyway. Not if you hope to have a brand someday. Fuck it, you say. You only get to ruin your life once, or sometimes many times in rapid succession, but if that's the case, you like to think of it all as one long grand act of ruination. And if you're really committed to daisy chasing a series of life-hobbling mistakes together, you might as well make it count. Brookline's not too far, yeah. You should drive away under a ferry, yeah, haha, yeah, I've never been there. Okay, don't really care. Oh my god, stop fucking typing, Percy. Clown, god, lol. Over there writing a goddamn graduate thesis like a complex articulated response is going to mean fucking shit to me. Okay. And saying, who do you think you are? I don't know, just a guy who likes your content? My content is fucking trash and you know it. Not really, you look good. Percy. Damn name, it's just like the name of a cock. I'm not really getting this. Do you really mean all of these insults, or is this part of your, is this what you're into? Jesus Christ, Percy, shut the fuck up. I still have no idea if this is a good idea or if you're wasting my fucking time. Alright, I'm going to choose not to take any of this personally since you can't possibly know enough about me to form meaningfully negative opinions. Holy fucking shit, we got a lady killer over here. Firstly, I'm flying through panties. They just keep getting soaked to your amorous repartee. Wow, moron, can you just send me a pic already? Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah! Reminds me a lot of a dumpster fire that has whiskey near it, and she does. This outfit is corny as fuck. Fail, but sorry? Those ellipses you put before sorry are also corny. Don't get cute with me. Like, fuck, I'm not getting it. You just think you're useful or whatever, or charming. Like, you don't matter. Your little idiocracies. Idiocracies and quirks of personality do not matter. Take off your fucking shirt! See? See? Oh, he actually did! He actually did! I'm actually going to get a nude? Is there actually nudity in this game? Wait. He looks like a male wearing red. Well, he's not wearing red anymore. Oh, she vomited. You aren't going to upset me. I get it now. You just like talking shit. It's your thing. That's cool. Go ahead and tell me how bad I look. I can take it. No, Gak. I'm not fucking with you. You literally just made me laugh so hard I picked my macaroni. Okay, that's not true, but good one. You did. That dumb fuck face. Your simp as fuck boy Casanova face. Oh my god, dipshit, you're so dumb. I lol so much. I barf. Also, I drank too much. Well, you're definitely do seem drunk, but I still don't believe you. I don't think you barfed. I think you're saying that for comical effect to own me, if you will. To own me, if you will. You suck so bad, Percy. Percy, little shirtless baby boy from Brooklyn, Percy. Simpy Percy nips out. Mommy could be so proud of you and your cute little nippies. Check this out, stupid. You probably just googled that. Nope, look. Well, okay, I believe you. Good one. Are you alright though? No, man, this isn't happening. What isn't? We're bonding over my fucking macaroni puke. Like, this isn't a moment we're having. We're becoming friends and you aren't going to fuck me. Bye, Percy. Wow! Are you okay, Z? Rip nipples shown, gotta be bad. It's male presenting nipples, don't worry. As much as I showed you, as much as you like it, there isn't. Don't worry, that's as risky as it gets. Nothing explicit, that's just mac and cheese. People have actually been legitimately cancelled for this. Admittedly for bigger age gap, yeah, of course. I think she just owned you, Percy. Oh, she did puke, of course she did. She barfed. Hey, Jude. Z's hot girl summer note. I mean... Oh, that's you, Jude! Hello! She's definitely not okay, but she's kind of a girl boss. The shenanigan is complete, you suppose? It can be like a rush to pull shit like this for reasons you couldn't really explain, but the rush is always short-lived. What soon fills the void that it leaves behind is that unmistakable feeling of self-loathing and disgust. Gay baby jail for showing Robertson's on stream. No, please! No! I say as I shake my own, like, boobs. Hello, Steve! Hello, Steve! We just, like, came fresh off watching Percy being shirtless. It's all a joke, isn't it? Your life, your brand. Come to think of it, you're not sure which of those two words is more deserving of derisive quotes. Maybe your quest to build a brand is childish, more vainglorious clout-seeking, contributing to the loud and labored grasp of Western civilization's last dinosaurial gasp. Last dinosaurial gasp. That is an interesting way of describing it. Maybe you should just delete all your accounts. It's not the first time you have had this thought, but it will be the last. The last thought you have before you pass out, that is. Oh, bonk! Are you okay, Zen? Huh. Did you blood manifesto? Huh. Did you blood manifesto? Thinking about... Yep, you're definitely, like, thinking about it. Hmm? lucid stuck is real. Let's die. Ooh. Sleep paralysis demon, huh? Okay. Snap out of it. Yep, it's gone. Just dream weirdness. Having an out-of-body experience. Huh. I like these like vibe so far, like the music along with the surreal dream sequence is very intriguing. This is some art too! Hello, God! Your work is unfinished. Whoa! That was a hell of a dream! You haven't had one like that in years! Not since all the terrible stuff was happening in your life, not since your dad was sick and you were deliberately hammering away at your manifesto, so it's not surprising the dream included both. You hate... Oh... That was our dad. Oh. So it's not... You hate dreaming about him, always with the body horror shit. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, boy! And then at the end, the strange man floating in the space, the ephemeral muse himself. Could he really be back? Wait, what time is it? Oh god, it's dark. How long did you black out? Looks like Abby's already tried massaging you a couple times. Your head hurts, and your mouth still tastes like cheese-flavored barf. Hello! Wow, you look like fucking shit. Thanks. Everything okay? I picked up a pot of macaroni and fell asleep for a few hours. Now it's really dark. Really bright day all around. Oh yeah, I also have a vague recollection of tormenting a semi-local simp who slid into my DMs. Lol, slid? I saw your thirst trap, fool! It seemed unusually desperate even by your standards, made me worry. So you started pelting my unconscious body with chat invites. It's cool, you're my mom now. Well, somebody has to be. The hack who physically birthed you fucked off, right? The fucking off was mutual. When was the last time she talked to you? Not since the incident. Christ. Works fine for me, you can be my mom, you're hotter and have much more clout anyway. True. As if I could spare a single precious second of my day for ugly bitches. Oh no, whereas ugly men are obviously a different story, obviously. Is Post Malone still your lock screen? Yep. You got the shit all backwards. The nasty, not safe for work art should be on your lock screen, and post should be the analog. So much more embarrassing, obscene if anybody catches you in public with post on your phone. So you've said. You're right, of course, but I don't give a shit. I love him. He's a sublime gargoyle, an exquisite heap of human garbage, the perfect affront to all my senses. Your taste is so bad! You're completely unfathomable! It's like you need a 0 or a 10 and that's it. Anything between and you're like contemptuously as asexual. Not inaccurate. What about this sim you were toying with? How did it look? Average, a little below maybe. Real gunny valley stuff, Charlie Standard reply, boy fair. He may have been nice though, I don't remember. Lol, they're always nice. Doesn't mean shit, I know. You said he's local? You going anywhere with this or pulling the plug? Later, I'm sure. Maybe you should modify your standards a bit and reel him in. We're in fucking quarantine lockdown, Abby. So, this thing is all kind of overblown. We're not supposed to, like, go to concert and shit and get sneezed on by a huge group of people, whatever. I don't see much harm in hanging out with a few people on an individual basis from time to time, and by this I assume you mean... What you... Ace people? I mean, it isn't that much of a... I mean... Fair enough, Gasly, to like feel bad about that, but also, in the context, it's not like calling it like a joke, it's more like you either need one or the other, or you like feel no attraction at all. Like, I don't know, like aesthetically, like, and like they're like fucking around between friends, like, yeah, I know that in the context of having the whole, you know, not acknowledged LGBT-wise in canon, it is like a bit of a slap on the face, but also I don't think it was like any kind of like bad vibe towards it. Also, I didn't know it was going to be on the first chapter. I just think I haven't been keeping myself entertained. I still have people over all the time. Pretty dumb shit, apps. What, you surprised? To hear you're still an atrocious slut? Not at all. But your parents are supposed to be the ones claimed by the boomer remover, not you. The boomer remover! Steve, shut up. Don't worry, it's fine. We've talked about this. Ghastly's a friend, and I know the vibe. You can just die off before you take all their money. Please don't do that to me. I'll be fine. I'll get a little cough and that's it. Big deal. Oh wait, maybe then I can infect them. Oh, actually no, you're using your fucking brain for once. Seriously though, when's the last time you hooked up with anybody? I seem to remember you were very busy. What, last summer? I guess that was the last time. Haven't really been in the mood since. You keep updating me on the revolving door of weird dudes you keep picking up from restaurants. What's this game anyway? That's fair enough, Ghastly. I miss that, the stories were so good. Yeah, it was a real circus in here for a while, but I don't need shit like that in my life at the moment. This music is nice, God! Did your, I don't need a shit like that. Did your boss even know you were picking up her gross male customers? As far as I know, she never found out. It doesn't matter, she's dead now anyway. What? Did you hear something or? No, it's just the reality I have chosen to believe in. Pretty sure I'm quitting that job even if she reappears. I don't give a fuck anymore. Good move, I highly recommend not having a job and never planning to have one in the future ever. You're rich. I also highly recommend being rich. Working on it. Not hard enough apparently. You got a straight shot to riches right here, bitch. Just marry into my fortune. Won't even make you sign up for an nuptial. That's super generous, but no thanks. I want to make my millions to be the honest way. By helping you rip off your parents! A nostalgic pie for some reason. Z is very bad. Yeah, but all that does is give me their money. Where does that leave you without the merit certified, huh? Oh, that's easy. You'll just give it to me cause you wanna. I mean, yeah, probably. See, I'll miss that restaurant if you never go wait tables there again. I won't. It's where we met, remember? Yep. Why didn't you pick me up that day, huh? Why did you have to friend-zone me so hard? Fucking brutal. Because you're an ugly rich cunt and I probably thought you looked smelly that day. Bullshit. You dragged every sewer creature you waited back to your place. Lol, and you have the audacity to call me a slut. You are. So are you! I'm really not a slut per se, so much as a person with a specially punitive set of self-harming. God, she's really bad. She's really bad. You hate yourself so much, why not self-harm a bit with me sometime? Because I'm a filthy homophobe. It's bad for the record, remember? Lol, no you're not. Sure I am, I hate gays. No, is this part of the... Oh, did she do something homophobic in the past? Well, you're gay and I hate you. I'm not even gay! You're gay enough. Don't erase my bisexuality. I'll erase whatever the fuck you want. Wow, I like it. If we ever actually slept together, I'd fucking annihilate your bisexuality. You'd become a permanent lesbian. Wow, see? This is getting out of hand. This will never happen, Abby. I'm deeply committed to being a problematically homophobic heterosexual piece of shit who sometimes enjoys the company of ambiguous reptilian men. Besides, you're my mom, remember? Yeah. Can't exactly fuck my mom now, can I? I'm deep enough in the cancellation purgatory as it is. Yeah, and I could never do that to you. As my daughter, you are my responsibility. Hey, seeing as we now clearly no longer care about quarantine, so that I can catch this disease ASAP and kill my parents. Why don't you come over tonight? I'm gonna cook something for ya. Probably something better than macaroni barf. I don't know. Come on, my place is huge and expansive and extremely empty. Doesn't that sound way better than wallowing in your nasty little depression cave? I guess. Maybe we could snap some content by the beach tomorrow? You could, you know how the Sims always love the beach shit? Yeah, but I don't think I'll be putting out content like that anymore. I think of remapping the whole brand. Oh? Yeah, I just had this crazy fucking dream. It was so wild. I think my subconscious was trying to tell me something important. I don't know if it's a good idea technically, but I think I'm obligated to do it now. The ship was too powerful to just write off. Do what? Remember my manifesto? Oh god, that thing? Yeah, I know. It's already out there, but I think there's something to work with there. Well, if it gets you to come out here and help you pull together, then I'm all for it. I support you no matter what. What a pal. The true test of friendship is if you can humor each other's manifestos. Well, you will humor mine, don't you? Well, you humor mine, don't you? Oh yeah, I am just about the truth of Jim Cook's secret romance. It's a fucking K-pop manifesto! Flagrantly breaking lockdown, of course. Yeah, there is a lot of heavy shit in this one, huh? G Cook actually, but yes, thank you for your crucial support. I will say your place is the fucking bomb. Do you think your parents will vacation there again this summer? Or are they run as spooked like everyone else? Yeah, I couldn't be surprised if they hunker down at the family compound all summer. Good riddance if so. Still amazes me they're okay with you just squatting in their $10 million vacation home like permanently. The fuck are they even gonna do about it? I have the keys and I'm a grown woman who does as she pleases. No arguing with that. A sack of fucking bricks. I am enjoying it so far. This starts heavy and remains heavy. It's a lot more grounded than Homestuck, which I think also wadded some people off, that's fair. It is heavy, like, but also I am going, like, knowing what to expect a little bit from friends who have played it, and I am enjoying so far. Awful people characters again! Fair. But they just must feel like they're getting a great return on that Harvard-based degree they bought you. Yeah, fuck that! I'm doing some numbers, motherfuckers! My brand is poppin'! Something tells me they're unimpressed by your meteorically accumulated clout. Yeah, they take a huge boomer shit all over it, any chance they get. Yeah, that's fair. No, Steve, like, that's completely fair, but I think the change in the wild-ass escapist fantasy of Hussie and the more grounded, like, awful people, queer themes, and, like, generally, like, tackling heavy topics, like, topical politics stuff and stuff, like, I think that shows the kind of, like, vibe he's had, like, you know, he has become a kind of social media presence guy, and people are like, they just, like, the pronouns. They got very harassed about a lot of stuff, and even as they change for the better and actually try to include representation and stuff, there's a lot of bad shit. And yeah, boomer shit. I really wonder what they, like, wanted? What were they, like, picturing? I leave school and slide into an Amazon BP spot or something? They probably could have made something like that happen if you were so inclined. I mean, maybe, but what the fuck do they think business is? I'm doing business here. People like my brand, this is how you make shit happen. Like, I can build on this to do whatever, like, later. I didn't even need in my fucking degree. I'll let you finish it. Which mainly served the purpose of stepping off their massive disappointment in you instead of their only mildly disappointed. Yeah, I am sorry about all that. It's alright, I ended up saving them a lot of money by psychologically imploding halfway through. MIT is actually super expensive if you weren't aware. Whew. Yeah, I know, but I also want to acknowledge the fact that Hussie is using, like, neutral pronouns too. Also, this is interesting too, like, the meltdown and dropping out of school, I can relate to that. Oh yeah, one time my parents looked into buying it. I mean, tuition, you buffoon. I know, God, see. Remember we promised to always know when we're joking? Oh yeah, anyway, it's not like they had the kind of money your parents did to throw out an expensive education. They had to work hard for that, as they often remind me. I'll be an eternal failure to them, which means they're failures too. Oh well, the problem half solved itself, so who really gives a fuck? Huh? I strongly recommend having at least one dead parent. Oh, yeah. But this is very... God, like... I actually extremely relate to this. Wow. Like, the pressure of parents, like, living vicariously through their fucking children and expecting them to do one thing because they did it when they were younger, and of course you can do it too, like why couldn't you be able to? We did it, so you can do it too. You're a smart person, you can simply push through. It doesn't matter that you are feeling anxious and stressed, just keep pushing through, just keep pushing through! So anyway, let's continue. Choose ideal, but what can you do? Aside from contemplating casual biological warfare? Yeah. My mom would never succumb to the Rona though, not her style. It's also funny to me that you planned to get away from all this life drama was to come here of all places. All melodramatically, like, fuck this life, I'm running away to an island! Which makes you think of like a remote island in the Pacific or something. Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. At one point I was looking at Guam. Then I settled Fiji as an ideal getaway place, but that didn't really pan out. Fiji sounds nice. Yeah, Fiji's the fucking shit. But then you just hop on a ferry to the nearest island possible. It was cheap, but remember, lol, you think she still keeps up with you, like spies on your account? I'm sure mom has no idea they even exist. It was almost a moot point though. Before my insane dream, I was thinking about just deleting them all. What? I just get that way sometimes. You dropped out of high school twice. Aside from my crazy ideas, which should probably never see the light of day, I'm actually just so fucking boring. Oh, you're so funny! You're such an untapped resource. It's a crime you've been going to waste. I know you've been going through some shit, but there's ways to rebound from that. Yeah, but I still agonize stupidly and wonder if I should just question the source of this torment. The internet is fucking insane. It just sits there as a bedeviling temptation. This massive, ominously humming well of satanic potential just beckoning you constantly. And if you aren't just using it in some way to make something of yourself or elevate your identity somehow, it makes you feel like you're wasting a huge opportunity or something, or even wasting your life. It's like you were just saying like, I'm so funny, and therefore it's a waste if I just fucking log off. But a waste of what? The system makes me feel like I'm wasting a resource by withholding myself from the system. But what if the system is what's wasting me? Damn! So maybe I should listen to the same voices in my head instead of the insane ones. Like, forget that weird drain, just delete all this shit and just try to get my life together in a more normal way. That's all totally fair, I hear you, but even if you wanted to go full normie, it's not like society is even functioning normally now anyway. God damn it, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Wow, that's also the idea of actually hoping and like thinking of getting your life together in a normal way and like leaving behind a lot of like the theatrics of the internet and like dropping the discord and drama, but then a pandemic hits and you can't. I hadn't thought about it. Wow. Because you know, like pandemic has been a huge hit. Pandemic has been a huge hit to a lot of people. So it's like you often think about the people who had it together and suddenly are worse off. Or people who already were struggling by and like are like doing like shit. But people who were just trying to actually get better now and having to deal with it starting and crumbling every single plan. A big wet summer. Yeah. Not trying to invalidate you here, just saying like, wait, hang on, before you decide on anything, I want to show you something. Oh shit, you just followed me on main? Yeah. You sure you're ready to take this kind of heat? I did it just after we talked. I felt like a fucking tool. But nobody's even noticed yet, lol. Maybe it'll never even come up. Yeah, you're a paranoid bitch, so I maybe probably been overthinking this. Also, I decided something else. If you really do decide to relaunch your brand, even if it's a bunch of crazy shit, I'll give you some shoutouts. I don't care if it's the people think it's weird. That's what friends are for. They support each other. Aww. Listen, like, Z and Abby have like very awful quirks of some stuff, but they care for each other. Like, come on, they actually care for each other. That's kind of sweet. Like, they have each other a little bit. Even if I probably could never like hang out with Z and think Abby is kind of a tool. Don't worry about figuring it out now though, just come over. I'm bored and I missed you and you need to eat something real for a change. Alright, I'll head over. Yay! But don't drive drunk. Get a lift or something, or I can just pick you up. Don't worry, Mom, I'm fine. The nap sobered me up. You promise? Yeah, okay, I'm heading out. You killed the video chat? He leaves a loud silence behind. Maybe it's the sound of the ominously humming well of satanic potential you just described to your friend. A sound you can hear all the time, but only now are paying close attention to. That's called tinnitus. I have that too. Everything you said to her was true, of course. You believe it with every fiber of your being. The internet is evil. You have always known this. And the louder the silence gets, the more you begin to wonder if it's the only thing you've ever truly believed with any real passion. Aside from all this, of course. Alright, maybe you're in the source you led Abby to believe. Still, you should be good to drive. They do talk like close friends. There comes a point where you can't stand by someone anymore, at least you should. Absolutely. Absolutely, there is a point. Like, if I found out that any of my friends is like a rapist or like something like that, I could be like, what, dude? No, and fucking like, well, I may try to like, I could try to like, dude, what you did isn't wrong, and probably try to like change them for the better. But if they're like unapologetically like, come on, it wasn't that bad, I could just fucking block them and never talk to them again. Like, fuck off. Like, there's some things that are not excusable. If you have like done something that heavy and like are unapologetic, like, no. But it seems the thing they're having, like, like she is a friend from the past that made some mistakes and is obviously trying to change, and she can see that, and I kind of feel like there's like some connection there. Like, she knows that she's trying, and I like that. Like, they do think like close friends that are sticking by each other and like trying to better each other out in some way. That points to now that the internet is like this. I cheated on chemistry test. Listen. Fuck the education system. You can cheat on tests all you want. You wrote your manifesto. You need to spend a few days brushing up on the material. You're seriously about this? Which you're not... It won't hurt to start. Bring it along to start writing. As you exit the apartment, you can shake the feeling that everything is about to change. Maybe it's the fact that you haven't been out in a long time, but leaving your depression nest tonight carries the uncanny feeling of stepping into the unknown. You're glad you took the manifesto, if only because living empty-handed could make you feel vulnerable. As it stands, you suppose this is the closest thing to a weapon you've ever had. And driving you are. Ooh, animation! Oh, whoa. Driving it is. Are you okay, Z? See? No, don't doze off on the fucking wheel. Oh, that! Are you okay, Z? Hello, Mr. like policeman. Oh, pulled out a gun on her. Oh! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Ooh! Just barely missed! Z! Wait! Wait, Z! Straight up, huh? How many times? Oh, the police camera! Oh boy! Crimes harder! Jesus fucking Christ! Oh god! She's fucking done! Wow. So I think this is kind of topical, considering that Z is a human priest as she is. I think this is very topical, considering yesterday the dude that killed... I can't even remember who it was, because it happens so fucking often, I hate that. Ooh! End of chapter 1. I will talk about it in a little bit. Okay! Loading chapter 2! That was... Oh, interlude?! Interludes? I didn't know there were interludes. Huh. But yeah, okay, so... Yeah, the cop pulled a gun on her, and that is a very obvious commentary on, you know, fucking police brutality that is going on. And she just fucking went fucking feral. No, like, she fucking went feral on him. She is tired, she is done, she has a lot of issues going on, and she vented. Like, wow. And then threw off the police car to remove the evidence of having been seen by the camera. Oops. God. Off goes the car. So you just killed a cop and dumped his car into the ocean. Nice going, genius. The cold hand of justice will close around your throat soon enough. Whatever it is that justice even means these days. Maybe justice is what happens when people with power manage to punish whoever was trying to fight back a little for once. Maybe that's why you need a little more power of your own. Enough power to claim justice is what's happening when you are the one selling the score. Or maybe what you need isn't even simpler than that. Maybe what you need is power of choice. So what would you do then? You're a fugitive now, and it seems only 2 choices are available. You can turn yourself in, or you can run like the wind and hide. Find Abby, try yourself, bury yourself in your work, and figure it out later. Which will it be? Oh, you actually can? Huh. I am going to surrender because that seems like the bad ending. Also, as you have mentioned, the ability of any choices isn't commonly but a true successor. Unfortunately, that's not you. Not just quite yet, at least. Don't worry though, I'll check in again later, when you've made a little more headway with this mess you've gotten yourself into. Until then, do whatever comes naturally, I guess. I'm sure it will all work out. Elmao. Who the fuck is Elmao? Homestuck has had its fair share of, like, Francis. Homestuck has had its fair share of, like, narrator figures, but none that went just like Elmao. Interesting. She just fucking killed a cop. Just unsoaked and freezing alone at this. It's you, Wakurvo. Who is speaking here? Give me chapter 9 already. I have no fucking clue. Just unsoaked and freezing alone at the steamboat wharf at night. Just checked Uber and no drivers are currently available, which you could have guessed might be the case at this hour during the pandemic. Maybe you didn't fully think this plan through. No, you shouldn't second guess what you did just because of some momentary suckiness. You review the facts. An Astikov fired a bullet at an unarmed drunkle who just crashed into a tree. The bullet missed but traveled directly through the painstakingly written manifesto, which really might as well have been like taking a bullet straight through her heart. What sort of author could you be if you didn't feel this way? So you did what you had to be done. You checked the dead cop for a body camera, but he didn't appear to be wearing one. You're not sure if the sleepy MPD even used those. Well, you thought they were sleepy at least. You guess all police forces in quiet summer colonies seem sleepy until the bullets start flying towards drunkles armed to the teeth with manifestos. She is not wearing a mask. It is only April. That's fair, yeah, this was only in April. But the squad car surely had a dashboard camera, so you had to do something. What were you going to do? Shoot the gas tank and blow up the car? That probably only works in movies. And the water is right there. You're completely surrounded by the stuff, actually. Now the only event is linking you to the scene is your wrecked car, registered to your name, in the immediate vicinity of a dead cop without a squad car. Okay, that sounds pretty incriminating when you put it that way. You'll have to think about how to handle that, but more importantly, you really need to get out of here. You check Uber one more time. Now it says there's a ride available 6 minutes away. That's your relief. It'll give you some time to improvise an alibi. You dial 911. Think about what you're going to say before hitting the dial button. The dispatcher picks up and asks about your emergency. You try to sound calm, but it's not a real emergency. Not when it comes to the role you're playing right now. You're still cozy and warm in your apartment. You just don't know where your car is. In the UK, mask mandates weren't in place until like July. Fair enough. I don't know if this is a real emergency. I just didn't know where to call. I'm pretty sure my car was stolen today. The dispatcher wow, just fucking playing up the card, huh? Dispatcher goes through the motions, asking for your name and other relevant information. No reason to hold anything back. You want them to know who you are, so they can rule you out when they find the body and the wreck. You can then continue weaving your improvised story. Yeah, so I think it might have been my abusive ex-boyfriend. He's been snooping around lately and he has a spare set of keys. The fucker never gave them back to me. Wow. The dispatcher asks about him. Damn, you didn't think this far ahead. You're going to spend it. Say, I don't know if I'm pretty scared of him. Not sure if I want to be on record ratting him out. Don't you have like some witness protection shit I can do? Gaslight, detective, canvas! The inspector explains that isn't really how that works, but they can send an officer over in the morning so you can file a police report. Oh, wow, no, I don't think I'm... You really need to end this call soon before the wheels completely fall off this attempted alibi. I can text photos to you or to 991 AA. How do I do that? The dispatcher provides you... Is she going to throw Percy under the bus? The dispatcher provides you with a number to text and you hang up. She's actually throwing Percy under the bus! Your mind races for the right play. You panic and send the most recent photo which comes to mind. That probably was not the best idea. Maybe you should have just hung up after saying you were scared to give his name, but you had to go for it with bullshit. Witness protection program? What the hell was that? Oh, well, it's done. It's a small wrinkle in your alibi, but you think you've easily done enough to leave the police feeling confused about what happened tonight. Oh boy. Oh boy! Oh boy. You say it's stolen. You might have left the keys in the car. You don't need to make a fake boyfriend. Implicate the innocent. The movie. You reverse here, not a moment too soon. You're freezing and exhausted. Somehow role-playing on the phone with a first responder has been more psychologically draining than exchanging gunfire with one. Yeah, she should have used the asshole's picture. Are you going to be telling Abby that you just killed a man? Well, I can't believe you actually came. I've been watching my phone all night, waiting for you to tell me you can make it after all. Get in here, there's plenty to eat. I made... Z, are you okay? Why are you so wet? You look soaked! Yeah, I found a puddle on the way over. Lol, you were right. I was too drunk to drive, so I just took an Uber. It's hard to find a ride this time of night. Oh yeah, I bet. You just fell in a puddle? And got soaked, her toe. It was a big fucking puddle. Oh wait! Oh gosh, I just closed all of my windows. Wait. Let me open things back up. Oh boy. There we go. Sorry about that. Because he was in Brazil. Fair enough. The ocean is just a big puddle. Jesus. Oh, look at him. Why don't you go clean up? You can grab anything from my room to change into something dry. Yeah, dry sounds good. Okay, I'm right here. I'll hit you up some dinner when you get back. Oh god, you poor thing. You're having a rough day, aren't you? Don't worry, you made the right call coming over. I'll take care of you. Thanks, Mom. Aww. Oh boy. You can't bring yourself to tell her yet. Tonight was too much. You just need an evening to unwind without making Abby freak out about your cop murder. Yes, you heard Brazil. Hello. You're sure you'll get around to telling her later if you can think of the right way to break it to her. She's been too good a friend to sell her with the disastrous karma you can't seem to avoid stockpiling. Or perhaps you aren't stockpiling karma so much as dharma. Or maybe it's just some chaotic juxtaposition of the two concepts. Maybe you've been case smashing your whole way through life and only now is your soul reaping the auto-corrected consequences of this haphazard practice. God, at this, You stash it in one of the pollen drawers underneath some junk. She'll probably never look in there. Here, you guess you could have tossed the gun too, sent it to the water grave along with the squad car. But now you're technically a fugitive. You trust the future even less than you did at the start of the day. There's no guarantee you won't need this again later. You didn't ask for this shit. Yeah, you guess you should have been driving drunk, but why should that mean you were suddenly dodging bullets from one of the MPD's finest? Whatever the pig is that, but you know the matter isn't done with you by a long shot. It'll keep hunting you until you start fighting back. This was the gift that the pilot officer gave you tonight. An albatross will hang around your neck for the rest of your life, but you suddenly decided not to see it that way. The drug gift he gave you was resolved. You're so pissed about it. Now you know you're on the right track. Your ambivalence about rebooting your brand is completely gone now. In its place is the same rage and disgust which led you to write your manifesto in the first place. Rage and disgust for the injustice, for the systemic evils of this nation, for the weakness of compliance which quelled the righteous outrage of its citizens, and now several years later, after its completion, there's even more to be mad about! Persecution from the miserable wretches online who counseled you, the ensuing mental breakdown which caused your life to spiral until you ended on this island, and now on top of all that, an almost certain shitstorm of brewing from law enforcement once they start piecing together what happened tonight. Well, they can do their worst. All their bugs out there can have at you soon enough because you won't be hiding much longer. Your brand is about to get a very serious facelift, and once you step into the spotlight again, from now on people are going to find it a lot harder to ignore what you have to say. You and Abby have a lot of work to do tomorrow. Wow! I keep forgetting that this style of Hussie is meant to denote racial ambiguity, but the fact I default to white a lot of the time is a me problem. That's fair. Zen is very much intended to be Asian American, isn't she? Oh! Really? Oh, serenade! Or is this required? Oh, I don't care. I love this song. Your name is Abby? Oh, it's required, I think. It's pronounced exactly as it's spelled. And that's made life pretty easy for you. Another thing that's made life easy is the fact that your parents are rich. Rich doesn't really do it justice though. Most people who vacation on this island for the summer are rich. Relative to the average American citizens, your parents are billionaires. Oof. And not the kind that barely qualify. 1 billion has 10 digits, but they didn't seem content. Stop at 10. A society was more than happy to oblige. They own the house you live in, which represents a minuscule rounding error in the grand scheme of their total net worth. Easy to forget about most of the year, and they probably could if you didn't live here year-round. Growing up, you form memories of this place strictly as a summer house. Yep, serenade music. But after college, you decided to move in here permanently. Mostly because it keeps them out of your hair. It's not the most convenient place to visit, so they never bother until the summer rolls around, and this year it's looking more and more like the summer, as you once understood it never will. It's roughly 9 AM and you have just woken up later than yesterday, but that's okay. You were up late last night tending to your beleaguered friend, and even popular influencers need to sleep sometimes. Your bedroom is tidy, and you always notice if it isn't. You make sure to keep it that way to reflect well on your brand whenever this room is used as a backdrop for your content. Ordinarily, you'd reach for your smartphone first thing in the morning, after an extensive routine of cooking breakfast, exercising, and feeding your beautiful horse. You have that fucking horse? God, she's such a white girl! But right after all that, you go for your phone and check out the action surrounding your exceedingly well-trafficked accounts. But for whatever reason, today feels a little bit different. Instead, you decide to take in the environment. As a thoughtful influencer, you really can't spend too much time tweaking the appearance of the lifestyle you sell to the adoring public. Nothing is left to chance. Your posters are carefully chosen and arranged to broadcast the preferred aesthetic to your crowd, and that aesthetic turns out to be a simple composite of your interests. Cohorts count 5. Which, judging from this wall, appears to be BTS, horses, and your mind is a train that chugs along precisely 2 narrow rails. You'd almost be embarrassed about the single-mindedness of your enjoyments, but what can you say? You like what you like, and you may hear no excuses. Your fans are nothing if not supporting of these twin obsessions. Oh yeah, if images count, that counts as 3 horses too. But if her interests are like horses in general, there's going to be a lot of horses. You get a little closer to a hanging graphic depicting your favorite boys. It's hard to resist basking in their glow every now and then. BTS is an extremely popular K-pop group, and you are a vocal member of ARMY, which is what the fandom calls itself. You estimate you spend the majority of your waking hours contemplating these 7 extraordinarily beautiful boys. You're bisexual, but you often like to joke in your posts that you like women, as well as exactly 7 men, and that's it! Oh, that's beautiful! Oh, that's beautiful! I know that vibe so much. Like, I vibe that I am pansexual, but I really am, like, I prefer, like, women a lot of the time. I'm like 70-30, 80-20 usually when it comes to women. And I can, of course I can enjoy dudes, but like, you know, like the ratio is split. You're also an avid G-Cook truther, which is to say, you sort of believe Jimin and Jungkook are secretly in love with each other, but you don't consider this a theory or even a particularly well-kept secret. The evidence is overwhelming, and those who refuse to concede to these stone-cold facts are blind, delusional charlatans. God. Fucking K-pop. Stan. Oh. You haven't written a manifesto on the subject, which, as you have told Z before, is something only crazy people do, but you are the one exception to that rule, since when it comes to the subject you aren't crazy at all, your eyes are wide open. You realized you were a lesbian when you realized that you like Dirk in the same way lesbians like Sephiroth. Lesbians like Sephiroth? And like, huh, I didn't know that, huh? I honestly didn't know that. Your wide open eyes wander to another number featuring a number of majestic stallions. What else is there to say on the matter? Just plain fucking love horses. Enough said. Yeah, you think so. Horses kick ass. The end. Fucking Hussie. Fucking Hussie! You meander towards your desk. Most of the cosmetic and hair supplies live here, plus some other silly stuff to keep things fun whenever you stream content from dissertation, little conversation pieces, things for your fans to notice and comment on. Nothing from any fandom you are particularly interested in per se, but you're mindful of the interests of your followers and you like to throw them a little bones here and there. But when you're not streaming or doing yourself out for shots, this here is the main reason you find yourself at this desk. You probably use this laptop to write your fics. Lately, it's all RPF stories dedicated to exploring the alternate universe life of your 7 favorite boys. Many of these fics get pretty racy. None of your fans have the slightest idea this is one of your hobbies. God, she writes erotic fanfiction of BTS! You keep a pretty down lid on the habit since it's frowned upon in many fandom circles to say the least. Yep. Okay, the truth is, you think you'd get crucified if it got out. But you're not much like Z, and don't throw caution to the wind as she has in the past. Your brand is a tight ship. Well, except when it comes to effusively sharing your sexual exploits with your followers. In that sense, it's quite a loose ship. But when it comes to writing fiction, that's a whole different kind of worms, and heads will understandably roll if the wrong types of online stories were to be associated with your name. This right here, the idea that she's like absolutely like completely open about her sexual exploits and doesn't mind being seen online as like fooling around with people, but that she's fearful that if one of her fan fictions got out and people realize that she has been writing this kind of stuff, they could like chase after her, and it could be a case like Zen where people are harassing her to this day. That is very, very interesting. Fanfic where they fucking apart is what put you off to fanfics forever, god. I only check fanfiction of like series I'm like interested in and general like OC fanfic in general. Not too much, but when I do, I just look for like... I prefer canon settings actually. A lot of people aim for the alternate universes. I kind of like the vibe of like just following canon. There's your horse, his name is David Hasselhoof. Your parents got him for you as a high school graduation present when he was just a wobbly little colt. That makes him almost 10 years old now. When you graduated from Harvard, first thing you did was make plans to transfer David to the island, where you could reunite with him and tend to him on your own in the summer home. He is by far your favorite family member, the very essence of quiet strength and loyalty. As for the silly name, it came with the horse. You had never ever heard of David Hasselhoff. Before you got him, you assume it's a pop culture reference that boomers could get worked up about, but the way you saw it, who are you to fault them for their pop references? Not safe for work first sometime, but all about series now. Fix, oh, okay. Yeah, not safe for work is good. I wonder if there's like erotic fanfiction of Psycholonials already. I bet there is! God knows you're prone to indulging in the references held dear by you and your peers, so you can possibly begrudge your elders the same simple joy. Besides, you thought the name was cute. Your phone is buzzing. Who could this be? Oh, it's the starting a video chat. Not out of the ordinary, but quite ridiculous in this context considering she slept in your house last night. I am just saying that you don't just like video chatting in bed like that. Am I the only one kind of shipping them both? Am I the only one kind of shipping them both? Thank you for the search. What up? Hey, you're awake, and why don't you come downstairs? I'll make you something. Check out this bitch who can't seem to stop feeding me. What did I even do to deserve this bed and breakfast shit? You do realize I suck, right? You've been living a very unhealthy lifestyle. I just want to help you recuperate before you sink back into your den of despair. And I don't know if I'll be going back anytime soon. Your parents' huge bed is super comfy. I must say I enjoy rolling around on its extravagant expanse, getting my stank all over it. I feel like I'm marking my territory! God, Sang, when was the last time you showered? Oh yeah, you just like dipped in the water. Yesterday! The man went... I'm glad you're amusing yourself in there. I pissed in it actually, to really get the job done. No, you didn't. Sure I did. Please tell me you didn't actually pee in my parents' bed. Well, no, not yet at least. I do have pee kinda bad though. Oh my fucking god, will you get the fuck out of there? Come on! We're in the same house, this is done. Let's hang out. Tell me all about your big plans. Oh yeah, that shit. Almost forgot why I made the harrowing journey to your manor. Yes, I know. You risked your life and limb to get here and fell in a huge battle. I'm hanging up now. Come downstairs. Oh, Z. Whose dick do you have to suck to get a mimosa around here? Mine? Well, if I must. But if that's how it's gonna be, then your bed and breakfast is about to get a jail review for the ages. Oh, that's such a good fucking interaction! I fucking love it! See, why don't you hold off on the booze a while? It isn't 10 AM yet. Here, I will fix you some orange juice. But I thought this was brunch. That's how you do brunch, right? Yesterday you were so drunk you were barfing in your macaroni and falling into puddles. Oh yeah. Just slow down. My parents have a wine cellar, which you can feel fine to rate tonight. You think that's one non-conform? Jesus Christ! And one Hussie and Z? No! Fuck off! Awful! Awful! Do I have to write something palatable? Myself? Wow, nice. The jail review just got a lot better. Good enough to bury the tardy, take sucking lead at least. Lol. So speaking of last night and falling into puddles, what about it? Well, you were completely soaked last night, but I noticed your manuscript was dry. Yeah, it's okay. So I lost my balance and I couldn't. I could tell I was heading right for the paddle, a huge paddle. Yeah, I didn't want to my thing to get wet, so cause printing out another one could just be a fucking pain. So I was falling and used my quarterback arm and launch it to safety and then splash down and go. I see. Why is there a hole in it? Oh, that's a hell of a story. It looks like a bullet hole. Yeah, it is. I showed my own fucking manifesto. You mean last night? Oh no. It was years ago when I finished the thing. I remembered my whole mental breakdown. Oh damn. I mean, you've told me about the story. I guess not all of it. The day I finished that thing coincided almost exactly when all that was going down. Like when my dad died and I dropped out of school and then completely fell apart and said all that crazy shit online. I also finished my manifesto and guess I shot it to just going nuts. Jesus Christ! Not here. I can feel Classy's fingerprints on the writing. Yeah, Jackie! You didn't see the best. Please. Who's sick? Please check this out. Who's sick? Do you have to suck to get a mimosa around here? Mine? Well, if I must, but if that's how it's gonna be, then your bed and breakfast is about to get a jail review for the ages. Like, please, Jackie, that's such a good line. I needed you to see that. Also, you missed it, Jackie. But Z literally just fucking killed a police officer last night who pulled a gun on her and then threw his car into the water and she's starting to see things are going wrong. Also, yeah, like, you know, like, her dad died, she dropped out of school, she finished her manifesto, she fucking said a lot of crazy shit. I wonder what she did. 1213 Pog? What were you trying to say? Well, you're the one who tells me only crazy people write manifestos. Is that really that surprising? I'd pop a cap in my own magnum opus? I guess not. I have to admit I feel kind of crazy maintaining my own manifesto. But I don't think I could ever shoot it. That just means you can't be all that passionate about it. All bastards are cops. Oh, it's never revealed? Okay. I wonder what she said. But also, like, the idea of never telling what she said that is, like, so cancelable. I don't know. It is said it was wrong. Of course it was! Come on, like, like, that's what happens on the internet always. Oh, excuse me, but that is bullshit. I mean, every word of it with all my heart. You should read it. ABS, I'm not reading your sordid K-pop manifesto. Oh, why not? I'm trying to understand your stuff and help you with it. Because you don't need to sell me on anything. If you say that your boys Jungkook are fucking each other, then I'll believe you. She was a pro shipper is the theory. Ooh. There's so much of it. Yeah, and I believe it. Just let those boys be in love, you know. Good for them. I don't need it proven through your painstaking academic rigors. Okay, fair enough. Meanwhile, unlike you, I am intellectually curious enough to delve into another woman's delirious manifesto. Oh, you read it? A few pages. That is what I literally could glean around the gaping bullet hole. So what do you think? Well, it's so surprisingly quite intense. I'd expect nothing less. It's all very, what, clown heavy? Yeah, it's all about clowns. Wasn't this all just inspired by your jugal face? I don't know about that. There are a lot of inspirational forces that went into this. Mostly all of this shit came to me in a series of increasingly psychotic dreams in the run-up to my mental breakdown. That's pretty hardcore. And now you want to turn whether this is into your new brand? Yep, I'm fully committed to it. Now, on a fucking mission. Well, okay, cool! It does allude to some gender stuff. Ooh. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, I remember you talking about it before, but it was... I have some theories. I will talk about it as I go further. I mean, I remember you talking about it before, but it was always in the big context of some crazy thing you wrote, not something you actually wanted to do something with. So, if I'm going to help you, maybe you can explain it to me a little more? Mostly it's just a bunch of revolutionary rhetoric about how American capitalism sucks and should be destroyed naturally, but the socialist rhetoric is repackaged to be like super clowny. That's a nice clown! Fucking nobody! Oh my god. Oh, that's it! So that's it, lots of radical left-wing philosophy plus like everyone gets to be a clown, basically. But there's a lot more to it. There's also tons of lore. Lore?! Yeah, that's what my favorite dreams provided mostly. It's so much shit. I talk about where the ideas came from. The Jubilees originated from a planet Whimsy. Wow, a planet? So Jubilees are alien clowns. Yeah, well, they were the civilization died millions of years ago, and their founder has been communicating to me through dreams. Not literally, I mean, I know they're just dreams, but that's what the lore says. Whimsy? Whimsy-fi. That's how it's pronounced, but it's spelled Whimsy-fi. Whimsy-fi. Well, lol, cool! I didn't know it was this deep. I guess this was a whole creative writing project then, not just a crazy manifesto. It doesn't seem to track for Z, in your opinion? Yeah, when she did mention the whole, like, when she said, like, I'll be your mom, and she was, like, trying to flirt with her, and she was like, no, also, you said you are my mom, and I don't need that on top. So it was like, she was implying that it wasn't because of shipping incest stuff, because otherwise it would be like, don't I have enough of that on my backlog? Like, she could say something like that, no? Oh no, it's so crazy as fuck, but yeah, it runs very deep. I think with my new brand, I'll just release the whole thing sequentially, like in little bits, a few pages at a time. Okay, so where do we start? Well, obviously the first thing is gonna do is a new clown sauna. Ooh, that sounds fun! Yeah, clowns are fun as shit, that's the whole point of them. That's how I envision rebooting my brand. I just start the fuck over, then I come out with my clown sauna, I'm like, hey, this is me now, I'm a fucking clown. I do a bunch of photo shoots and that's my starting content. Once I establish myself that way, then I start rolling out the serialized manifesto content. Like, start pitching to people and see if I can drag more enthusiastic new clowns into my tent. This sounds great. I can help you come up with a clown sauna. Maybe later I can make my own one too. Oh, I'd expect nothing less. You'd make such a lovely little jubilite. Wow, flattery will get you everywhere. You have to be lines in some of this stuff. I will see. Like, knowing that it's not explicitly said, I will see if I can find something that's implied. Even in the universe, Hussie releases everything episodically, yeah. Also, can I just say that this is almost literally what Hussie did? Like, you know, like, suddenly one day just becoming a clown e-boy and starting to release stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? And then they release Psycholonials later, and it's like, huh, I guess this does tie into the fucking clown lore. It better bet. Well, how about if breakfast we head up to my vanity mirror? We can give you a whole glow up, a clown up. Hell yeah! Clown punk rights! Yeah, honestly, like this whole thing is very jugal adjacent in that it's basically clown punk of like radical leftist ideology alongside fucking clown for some reason. Andrew Hussie charged with murder. I don't think Hussie murdered a cop. This needs to be better than my own Jugal Consona. The function of this game takes place the same day Hussie began his Clownery. Really? This needs to be better than my old Jugal Consona. What did that look like? Do you have any photos? Probably. But it just looked like some edgy team face. You don't need to see what that shit. It will contaminate your results. Didn't you also cosplay a long time ago? You should maybe be an old hand at this. Maybe you don't even need my help. Yes, I did when I was a kid, but you don't have nearly the amount of grey makeup I could take to duplicate the results! Huh, never mind, we won't be speaking of that. Ah, the reference! The reference! I love strolling too much. I mean, Hussie did go to the Communist Party in the last Furcon. He actually invited Sonic Fox to the fucking Communist Party in the Furcon. I know this sounds crazy, but Andrew Hussie and the What Punkin' crew invited Sonic Fox of, like, amazing at fucking fighting games fame to the Communist Party of the Furcon before the pandemic hit. And actually, Hussie wore the fucking persona head. It was amazing. I just want to make so I do think that he does believe like he is pushing for a lot of like actual like leftist things, like considering the vibe of the people he works with. Like, I don't think it's just irony or anything. I really do believe he was better at business though. Yeah. No, not Hussie's persona. Sonic Fox's persona. Hussie wore the head. I just want to make... sorry! I mean, they said that any pronoun is good, and it's going to take a little bit to get used. I'm so sorry. They literally just came out today saying about pronoun usage. I'm so sorry! I just want to make some cool clown shit happen here. I think I want to do something with Z's. Z's? Like my name. Oh yeah, here, let me try something. Oh, actually, that's fucking sick. You like it? Yes, I do. 8 abs for a ridiculous bimbo. You can be a genius. You know what? I think I buy with abs because she's a fucking bimbo. Sonic Fox from Trance. Yes, exactly. Gotta get used to do Dave for Hussie. Yep. Something like how Dave was sincerely converting irony. Yep. I mean, I did graduate from Harvard, you know. Yeah, by fucking all the professors right. Yes, but isn't that what a genius could do? Sonic Fox trans Hussie. Wow. As I have heard on Tumblr before, Homestuck is a Rube Goldberg machine for figuring out your gender and sexuality, and that includes for the fucking creator too. Yeah, here's my case. Here, let me mess with this some more. Oh, look at you! It's so cute! It's not supposed to be cute though. It's supposed to be badass. Well, it's that too. It wasn't cute because I know who's underneath. Oh my god. What? I don't know, maybe my Clownsona is working too well. You're already hitting on me. Oh, Mom, but I always do that! I know, but now I have added the clown pheromones to the equation. Could be dangerous. Perhaps. So is that it? Do you think you're done? With the face, yeah? But obviously I need some new ensembles. None of your clothes are going to cut it because you're an absurd giant. And I don't want to go back to my place anytime soon because, well, I just don't. You could always go shopping this week. More places are open for business than you think. Yeah. What about the name? Doesn't your Clownsona need a clown name? No, I think I'll just keep my name. Since it's already a name, I gave myself to replace my parents' given name. I rebrand and all. But I won't keep name hopping like a fool. I guess that makes sense. Some old haters will link my new brand with my controversial past, but I don't even really care at this point. They can take their best shot, but I'm not running anymore. Am I allowed to make up a clownic name when I make a Clownsona? Of course, that is strongly encouraged for all those who chose to clown up. Oh, I know what I'll go with. My old screen name when I was a kid. Apple Pie. I need to look something. Okay. Okay, just looking. Okay, sorry, I am just like looking at online at the name Abigail to see if for some stuff for later. Oh, I see. Well, now who's the one who's being fucking cute? I guess it was me when I was like 10 years old and playing Neopets, but also it's still you in your cute clown makeup. You're right, it's a shame to waste all this clowny cuteness on my gay mother. Who would think I was cute even if I took a shit right on her bedroom floor? Wow. So why don't we take the new brand for a spin and see what the people think? But you don't have your new fits yet. Whatever, I'll just take a headshot selfie. You want it on this? Oh yeah, okay. Aww. Aww. You go on your Instagram account, deleting the photos from your stale brand, and post the inaugural selfie showing off your new Clownsona. Abby cross-posts the same photo to her account and tags you in it. No going back now, the new brand has officially launched. Apple Pie that has done Homestuck art. Oh! Interesting. It is this by as you monitor the comments and feedback on your humble side post. The reception to your Clownsona is almost universally positive. You can tell if it's real praise or if Abby's followers are just being polite to her friend who's an obvious charity case and just got a nice pity shout out. It doesn't matter though, because at the end of the day, Cloud is Cloud, and you have to start somewhere. You already have over 10k new followers, which seems like an absurdly high number to you. But when you consider you're just siphoning off some Abby's following of 3 million, it's just a tiny drop in the bucket. Jackie, if you're around, what could your Clownsona name be? An abandoned account though, oh, that's a shame. I wonder what they could think if they saw like their username being like not referenced but like someone in Homestuck, well, some Homestuck adjacent stuff having a username that was like theirs. Still, it's a strong start for only having posted a single clown selfie. I know it's up to your showmanship to build off on it. Look at that. Still cloned up, huh? Yeah, I'm living in the pain for a while, trying to get in the character. There's a character? I thought your Clownsona was just you. Well, it is. The Jubilee Manifesto says your Clownsona is an expression of your truest self, like a final form. Sounds like some anime shit. It's totally some anime shit. Well, it sure seems like people are enjoying your personas. I think they're just being polite for now. It's a bit patronizing your followers, just like whatever you do. So of course they're going to be nice to your weird clown friend. We'll see how they really feel once I start rolling out my actual content. Your clown is just you, but wearing hot clown makeup. We really need to get you some hot clown makeup, Jackie. I'm really curious to see where it goes. I'll just keep giving you shoutouts until we can get your brand to take flight. I can't believe what a chicken shit I was being out following you. This could be so fun! The losers who have a problem with me supporting you aren't even worth a consideration anyway. Yeah, basically, and besides, nobody's even said anything yet. Maybe because nobody has connected me with my perilously problematic identity yet. I suppose that is one advantage of clouding up, to keep the old haters guessing. The haters will probably catch on soon enough, and then we'll see the actual consequences that will have. There's a cast page that lists the name and gender of every capture. Don't look yet, I'll let you know when it's safe. Okay, thank you. Cobbler video is just easy, should make the clowncore aesthetic trendy. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I hope they show themselves, makes it easier for me to keep an eye on them. Yeah, whatever, life's too short to worry about how the opinions of shitty people reflect on your reputation. We're just having some fun here. Speaking of which, looks like you found the wine cellar. Oh, yeah. I would recommend the 2016 domain George Ramirez musingly excellent vintage. Well, if you say so, I don't actually know anything about wine, neither do I. I just look around. I just around checked price online. This was the most expensive shit I could find. It goes for like 17k a bottle. Really? Internet says so, yeah. I had no idea my parents had such pricey stuff down there. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They also have a bunch of fucking Bentleys in the garage. There's one Bentley and a few other cars, but yeah. They spend money on a lot of stupid things. Maybe we should have saved this super expensive one for a special occasion though. Bitch, this is a special occasion. Just a couple of friends hanging out for the first time in forever, clowning up and making plans to cause problems on purpose. You're right! If this doesn't count as a $17,000 night, then I don't know what does. Cheers! Clink clink. This is sweet! It could be sweeter if I didn't know that that Z was hiding the fact that she fucking murdered a cop from Abby. Let this mark the beginning of a long and fruitful endeavor to exploit the living shit out of your parents and their obscene hoard of ill-gotten wealth. I'll certainly treat to that. What else did you have in mind? Give me some time to build the brand first, then I'll let you know what's up. It's unrelated, you know? You'll see. The suspense is killing me! I hope you are prepared to bring this level of showmanship to your new brand and not waste it all on me. You don't need to worry about it. Just keep supplying me with fresh new Sims and I'll play the role of Ringmaster. Who's calling? Nobody. Oh boy! Just some fucking spam. After 7 days and nights of being supplied with a steady diet of fresh new Sims due to Abby's enthusiastic hype, combined with your newfound flair for social media ringmastering, your Instagram following has ballooned to a figure you can barely comprehend. That's a lot! And you're just following one person, huh? Just over 500,000 new subscribers. This total was unfathomable to you at one point, but you have to keep reminding yourself. God though, the music! Are you listening to this? Had to keep... Yeah, that's a lot of time skipped. You have to remind yourself this is a modest fraction of a visceral fandom. They count as your fans too now, only by the promotion she just generously provided. The true test comes soon when you begin to flex your vision in front of a sizable shouting crowd. You have begun releasing the introductory portion. Oh, I bet there's a lot of time skips if, as Steve said, the 420 is the day things happen. It's probably going to be a year. Clark did a great work indeed. You have been releasing the introductory portions of Manifesto, which have been made with a largely positive reception, is somewhat confused as well. Oh, that's kind of a cool aesthetic, I'm not going to lie. While your new fans appear to be humoring your dogmatic content, they mainly seem to be here for the novelty of your clowny ego stuff. You're rolling in more scenes than you know what to do with. An almost limitless reservoir of thirsty boys would appear to be at your disposal for just about anything. Also, again, I have to say that this is very much what Hussie did, except with, e-boyish stuff. Of course, they're mostly all the same eager sims who have been hounding after Abby for years, who seem more than willing to migrate to a greener, clownier pasture. An absolutely disgusting person. If you stand this problematic piece of garbage, just follow me now. Total shit. And of course, as expected, a few old fanties have begun to surface as well, and they brought receipts. You know they would. You simply delete some of the comments containing links to your previously problematic behavior, blog, and move on. Their negativity is overwhelmingly drowned out by the more positive comments regardless. Oh. These are relief to see, and it helps you rise above the hate. Considering that, again, Hussie did this, Pickle Rick found return. Considering Hussie in general, and people pulling receipts to try and, push problematic stuff on him, them having to a lot of bullshit, their growth through the years try to be invalidated by people. And on the other hand, there's also the fucking Hussie stans who will excuse everything Hussie does and instead try to pin the blame on, oh, Aisha has tried to take Homestuck away from Hussie and it's basically bullying them into giving. It's just like the duality of social media. I think this captures it kind of well. Considering who he is, who made this. But you don't rise above it before you take note of every single hater and anti who smears you in your comment sections and elsewhere. You make sure to maintain a thorough list of every nasty piece of shit behind your blog, move on, and benevolently rise above the noise. They are nothing to you now except motivation. The Katrakini! NB Garfield! Horny for Bojack! Softboy Makara! Pickle Rick shit, Pickle Rick balls. With Wendy. Wow, those names! Motivation to prove them wrong and make them deeply sorry it ever even occurred to them to post unkind words about such a cute and creative clown girl with a sensational brand. God, that's such a brisk fucking thing. Softboy Makara, I know. Your sharp rise of the coattails of your famous friend has all been good fun to monitor, but the fact is you've barely even begun revealing the good shit, and before you share that stuff with your new fandom, you'll need to make sure Abby is up to speed on the next phase of the campaign. Quarry? Why? First, your theory comes from that comment calling them antis. No, anti is just a general, name used. Even, VTubers that have, Hololive Japanese VTubers that, Coco and Hachama, was it? Yeah, Coco and Hachama were talked about... Oh, what was it? I don't know, some Chinese thing, political bullshit, and they had Chinese, fans in a million quotation marks hounding against them and trying to, spam things, and it was a whole mess. Those are known in the fandom as Chinese aunties. Aunties can be a general thing. No, it wasn't Hong Kong, it was Thailand? Taiwan? I think it was Taiwan. Coco's aunties are the CCP, yeah, honestly. In the idol circle forever too, okay. You have barely even begun revealing the good shit, and before you share that stuff with your new fandom, you'll need to make sure Abby is up to the speed on the next phase of the campaign. Abby, we need to talk about Pranksis. What? Pranksis is the first critical piece of Jubilite Doctrine. I'll be unveiling soon, but you need to know about it first, and much more importantly, you need to practice it. I do? Why? Because pretty soon this moment is gonna need money, and I mean an absolutely fuck ton of money. As generous as you have been with your credit cards helping me buy new clothes and shit, that level of financial shit isn't going to cut it. but one of my credit cards has $1 million limit. Whoa, a whole $1 million, that's cute. Cute? See, you drive a fucking Kia, and yet I am with one with an specific. Oh, I am with one. And yet I am with one with an exceptionally refined palate for expensive wine. And I also know $1 million is a bullshit chicken feed number. You need to start thinking bigger. Maybe you should try to relax. Your account is such a good start. Between the two of our accounts, we should pull together some really good revenue streams. Francis time. I won. Coco said Taiwan was a country and commies. Oh god. Yeah, like. It was an actual political, like, fucking mess. Like, it was brought in front of the fucking, like, Japanese Prime Minister, and there was, like, genuine shit. Yeah, yeah. That, like, basically, like, she was talking about demographics on stream and said that people from various places, and she said that some people were from Taiwan, and China doesn't like acknowledging that Taiwan is an independent thing from them, so they basically tried to fucking kick them out of Hololive. It was a small but significant international incident. Yeah, it was fucked up. If you start stressing about how it's all chicken feed money or whatever, you won't have any fun. What's the point of all of this? To have fun? I mean, you still don't understand. Pranks is the very essence of having fun, and the more money you make, the more it multiplies the fun you're having. Crimea is a country too, fuck you, Russia. Then, let's trade! You can fuck next shit, fuck you. Honestly, yeah, I completely agree, but also, let's try not to cause a political, like... just saying, I am nobody, no one is going to notice this, but also I kind of don't want the government after me, please! Okay, I'm sure that's true and all, but that's one of the points I've always been trying to make with my parents. I've already been doing some serious numbers. Ooh, it has dropped on Android. If you have to go, Toku, please go. I know I half-assed my business degree, but I've actually been able to translate my following into a pretty profitable situation while having a good time doing it, so my parents can both go eat shit about my bad career choices. Yeah, on the topic of your parents, that's what this is about. I thought it was supposed to be about Praxis. It's all about Praxis. Well, what the fuck is Praxis? Praxis is fucking everything. A mission-critical plank in the Jubilee platform. A central pillar, actually. It's what most of my manifest sanction clownery revolves around. It also happens to be the key to how I start bankrolling the fuck out of this jam. Alright, Jimmy, so what is it? Well, do you know what a prank is? Yes? Do you know what Praxis is? No? Lol, okay, forget all that then. It doesn't matter for the time being. Fuck off, Steve, really. Next is me! Why did stream chat to Windows censor my annotation rip? I don't know! Fucking hell, Praxis. Yeah, Jackie, Praxis! Let's talk about your parents. If you help me out with this, then that shall be the first real life lesson in Praxis. When's the last time you talked to them? A couple of days ago, actually. They really call, but they do keep an eye on my accounts. And I guess they notice I've been doing something different lately, lol. They sure do hate your crazy socialist diatribes. But I also have them believing this is all just an act to own the lips or whatever, like good for rating and all, but down the road, we're just gonna fuck with people about it, turn it into a racket or something. It's just easier to deal with them if I tell them it's all like they think it's a good idea in theory, but wow, you sure do rile them up. This is all incredibly good actually. Abby, you didn't even know, but you are quite naturally gifted in the art of Praxis already. And you wish you had tried to do Praxis? Live chat, your dressing chat? That's weird, huh? That's very weird. I am? Yeah, this is perfect table setting, prepping the marks and all, so I don't even think I have much explaining to do here. I just need you two to call them again soon. I already typed a bunch of notes to hit in your conversation. Okay. What is the plan of Praxis? I am afraid. By now you've become considerably more familiar with the finances of Abby's family. Over the past week, you've pieced together a more complete picture through questioning Abby and a few other methods of research. Their political activity was some of the easiest stuff to find. Over the last 4 years, they've been steadily making huge donations to the Trump campaign. But more recently, it looks like they've switched to become heavy Biden donors. You're sure it's not for any ideological reasons, but likely due to the empire Trump charted looking more like a sinking ship all the time, especially in light of the pandemic response and its economic fallouts. You can tell this move must have been a bitter pill for her dad to swallow, and while he is kind of a dumbass, he's not so stupid as to let a perfectly hollow, easily corruptible president waltz into office without taking a whole bunch of his money first. The truth is, in the man's heart of hearts, you doubt he really gives a shit which Senate rapist gets to run the show as long as he gets to take photos with him at $50,000 per plate fundraising dinners. Wow! Those two old guys with guns that became a meme, I have no idea what you're talking about. And if you take a closer look at the companies which they own a lot of shares in, it becomes pretty obvious the economic disruption has hit them pretty hard. Wild swings in their total net worth to the tune of billions. Their money people must have been moving the assets around like crazy to protect what's left. It's hard to pin down their total net worth, the complexity of the holdings, but your recent estimate have it somewhere between $20 and $30 billion. But probably not for long, depending on the economy of course, as well as what you and Abby can manage to put into motion with your revolutionary new philosophy known as Praxis. What are they going to do? Doesn't exist, the family is entirely fictional, that's good. So I just had a pretty long time with them. They were less surprised I called them, but happy to hear from me. I never called out of the blue like that. That's good. What happened? I just went through everything you listed for me, but naturally you know, which meant I had to talk for a long time, just bullshitting away with small tact, so it is suspicious. That's great, Z. I told you, you barely need any coaching at all. Now, come on, Z. Why are you surprised I'm good at working with my parents? I've been bamboozling these people my whole life. I bet, go on. I finally got around to bringing up the Bitcoin stuff again, because I was really smooth because I already brought it up, like a year ago? Remember that? Yeah, because I told you to. I know! Had you really been planning this for that long? At the time I thought you were just having me do it as a goof. It was a goof, but it also served the double purpose of laying the groundwork in case we ever wanted to finally make all this stuff happen. That's how you have to do it. Think long term and just make the most future opportunities as they present themselves. Or create those opportunities like we're doing now. Yeah, so I started babbling about Bitcoin, shit against, per your notes, but I still feel like I don't know what I'm talking about when I get into it. Oh, I know you don't. It's good you sound a little bit confused about it, because you are. You're not supposed to be an expert. This is just stuff you've been reading up a little, and you're doing is priming them. Right, so are you really going to hug all my parents' money? Like, that wasn't just more of your outrageous bullshit all this time. Abe, this is what hacking is. It's like 90% social engineering. You need to be patient, plant all the seeds along the way, set up points of psychological leverage, and when the time is right, you have like a little bit of low-end programming ready to go. This is all a lot easier than it sounds. It is? Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of stuff already. Lol, I bet you have. Over the last week, I've been micro-targeting your parents on Facebook with ads for Bitcoin shit. Oh my god! For the service I want them to be using, of course. It's a real service, deals in high volume crypto transactions. The point is to get them to do real shit first, then get tricky with it a little bit later. Okay. Shit, basic wants to do Arlcraft, enjoy learning about Z-Wave and Instant. Okay! See you later, Big Steve! For some reason, I thought you were B for a moment. Take your time with your... Bestie? Is that best friend's place? Have fun. I've also been emailing them shit, looks like legit enough, kind of bombarding them with info of hunt testimony from trusted other people, other rich fucks, spooked about the economy, and now you are one of the human levers too. When the time comes, you're the one who pushes them to make the final move. Who are these trusted people? I mean, they're fake, it's all just me. I started a few fake chain emails. You know, the ones Boomer loves to reply to and forward to. It's like catnip, they can't fucking help themselves. God, I love Z! Put a ton of crap email addresses in the recipient field, including a bunch from people I know they're acquaintances with. Nobody too close, but names of other rich people they recognize and listen to if they saw them babbling about crypto as a way of protecting their billions in the dumb email chain. Wow. I actually did this on a whim, being skeptical of the returns, but it's been working phenomenally. I got your mom to reply to one of them chains a few times creatively. I worked her a little bit with one of the sub puppets, some other rich dudes she's met. It's so easy to get these names. Republican donor list, a kind of a gold mine. Wait, you've been talking to my mom? Sure, why not? That isn't even the good part. After I got her interested enough in the subject, I had this dude kind of pull her aside. I deleted all the names from the chain and just worked her one-on-one. Got pretty flirty. Turns out your mom's a real saucy base. What?! Bottom line is she's sort of having an affair right now. Sorry abs, your mom's getting a lot more side action from me than you could ever manage. Oh my god! Please don't be jealous. It's just some undercover spy work, like some James Bond shit. Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my god! No, oh, you're a bestie! Okay. Take your time, don't worry. This breathtakingly horny Karen means nothing to me, I promise. I'm losing my mind? Well, if you knew it, if I knew you'd be this hot and bothered by it, I would have just blind copied you on all the emails. I mean, I still could. Oh, see, you, I don't even, you're unbelievable! How did you come out with shit like this? Cool your jets, Abby. I already said what's going on. It's just a bit of playful pranks, that's all. It is super fun! Not even that far along in the process, really. It's only phase 1. Phase 1?! Yeah, I'm just setting them up. At the right moment, you, a trusted and beloved daughter, who is famous and influential, quick knock them down. Okay, I believe you, but how do I do that? Fine, I'll just walk you through the play. The thing to do now is to wait for the right opportunity. Everybody's already spooked about the economy, so we pick our spots. And when we do, we exploit their fears over more huge stock market losses to swoop in with the Bitcoin shit. It's just a prank, bro! And I work my angles too, like your mom. My email chain Romeo says he just shifted most of his assets to crypto to ride this out, whereas you're coming at it like a heiress. Just say you're trying to do your part, protect your family fortune. You push the same exchange site I've been pushing with my micro-targeting, so I get them to buy tons of bitcoins and then you hack the coins? Lol, no, there's no hacking involved, just stealing. The exchange service real exists. It's a real way to buy coins and you put them all in the wallet. Their financial people will agree that this is a sound way to do it. It's solid and embedded. I don't expect them to do anything their money guys wouldn't sign off on. We just step into the middle of the process, the part where your dad stores the shit in the digital wallet. I designed a spoof wallet site that looks and functions exactly like the one on the real site he's buying from. Similar URL, even ask for a password first. Did you have his password? Lol, no. Don't you even see yet. These are all mind games. You enter any shit in the login field and it just works fine. But he will enter his real name and password, at which point the game's over. Once I have that, I could do almost anything, but it doesn't even need to stop there. He could even just go right ahead, feeling confident it's a secure site because it just accepted his password. He then stores the coin data directly into my fake-ass wallet, at which point he has just fucking handed me the coins right over to me. It's basic phishing shit. Usually people are more on guard for this kind of stuff, but not if trusted family members are sending them links, being all like, cool, you're almost there, dad, now open the wallet, there's a link to that, yeah, I see. And once the coins are ours, that's it, the money's gone. Wow! I resolve them, move the money around a bit, stash in an offshore account. My guess is we pull it off. It could be a long time before he even realized it was gone, and if that happens, I don't know, just blame hackers or whatever. Well, hackers did take it! Exactly. So how much are we going for here? Like older money? Probably not. No way anyone's pushing through a 20 or 30 billion dollar Bitcoin transaction, and their money people could shit breaks if that was proposed. Crime. I love this. I actually genuinely love this. Would you hype them up for as much as possible? Whatever the guys can agree to a sound this diversification policy. Okay, see, what are you even going to do with all this money? I have some ideas. Oh boy, well I can't wait to find out what they are. Ding dong! Is that the police? Huh, who could that be? Oh god, is that the police? Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, that's the end! you were so excited to see. I am so excited to see where this goes. Oh god, the Popo is here. Oh god, the Popo is here. It's the sound of the police. Chapter 2. Wild card. Oh boy. Abby, why are the police here? Oh god, Abby, you can tell them I'm here. What? Why? Because they're looking for me. That's definitely why they're here. They finally started snooping on my social media and they connected me with you and... God damn it. I should have known this would happen. See, what did you actually do? Does that have to do with the Bitcoin stuff? No, not at all. It's worse. I just have to hide. I'm going out back to the horse barn. Please, just get rid of them, Abby. I'll explain everything later. The horse barn? No, you stay in my room. Please, don't do anything stupid. I can handle this. No, I can't be here. But if they have a warrant, I need to hide. I tell them it's unconstitutional to search a woman's horse barn. First of all, it's a stable, not a barn. Sword. Also, I don't even think that's true. Sure it is, just like, keep mentioning the Constitution. The Constitution protects your rights as a horse owner. Just say that until they fucking go away. I'm not talking about the Constitution with a fucking cop. If they don't have a warrant, I'll just make them go away. I'll say I haven't seen you in a while, then can you tell me what's going on? Yeah, sure, just get rid of those fucking cops. Oh boy! Please. Hello, horsey. Hello, horsey. Just fucking PNG horse. You're gonna, because it's 8 PM, I think you're gonna eat soon. But yeah, that's fair. See ya, I hope you enjoy it. You keep an eye out to make sure the police go away. Sure knows they drive off after what seems like an eternity. Looks like Abby got the job done. Oh, she's mad. Oh, she's mad. Uh-oh. Okay, the cops are gone. I think you have some explaining to do. I can explain. Yes, maybe you can start with your car and why they found it near a dead cop. I was gonna tell you about what happened that night, but I couldn't bring myself up to. We were having a good time and I didn't want to ruin everything by talking about the dead cops and all the shit I went through that was, like, traumatic. Okay, it's just like you went through something terrible. So, let's just slow it down. I'm not mad. You didn't tell me. I promise, but... Please tell me everything because obviously I'm involved now. I need to know everything so we can figure out what to do. Yeah, that's fair. Well, the bottom line is, I shot a cop. What? You said you'd be cool. Okay, I will be, but holy shit, when? What was this? And that when you go soaking? Yeah. Oh my god, and that's the fucking bullet hole. That was a cop bullet. God damn it, I knew that was all fishy. Oh, you just lying your ass off about all of this, spinning all these crazy stories about how you shot your own manifesto. That was some kind of manic creative episode when you were just covering up a cop killing? Please don't be mad at me. You said you wouldn't be mad. Horse count 14. I don't mind just losing it. It could be all kind of funny if it wasn't so serious. So if I'm understanding right, you actually tried to drive to my house that night, even though you were drunk and I told you not to do that. You crashed somewhere and a cop came back and then he shot at you? Yeah, why? I was trying to grab my manifesto and I think he thought I was reaching for a gun. So I started mouthing off at him and he fired. So I like jumped at him and I just kind of wrestled him for a bit. Jesus Christ! Anyway, I got his gun and shot him a bunch of times. I don't regret it because he was a piece of shit and deserved it. Yeah, so I'm not really... Then you got it right to my place? No, the cop's dash cam probably recorded me, so I took the police car and drove it into the ocean. Oh my fucking god, the bottle! Great, you sneaky bitch! Well, but yeah, I got an Uber from the wharf after that, then I kept meaning to tell you, but I could never bring myself to. I just wanted to forget about it, really. I guess I can blame you? It sounds horrifying. Well, it was for the big bastard I shot. Yeah, I need some time to process this. Wait, the cops showed me a picture of some guy. They asked me if I have seen him before. Oh, shit. That was probably Percy. Percy? The simp I was fucking with before I went out that night. Why did they have that last picture? Because I gave it to them. See? I know, it was stupid. I called 911 to report my car stolen to set up an alibi soda, and they just kept asking fucking questions, so I panicked and said he was my ex-boyfriend. I shouldn't have, though. It was the one mistake I made in an otherwise flawless cover-up. Flawless, sure. You should probably tell him he's been implicated in a crime. I've been thinking about it. But if I couldn't bring myself to tell you, imagine how I feel about dealing with him. Also, whatever I say to him, I may just be incriminating myself. I need to think about it more. You also, couldn't have picked a worse possible time to be a fugitive? You just launched a whole social media brand and have a ton of new followers. In fact, that's almost certainly how they connected you with me. I know it is. That's why they came to your house. Ugh, I'm sorry. See, you're really such a fucking spectacular disaster. I know, oh god, I'm a complete fuck up and I'm scared about all of this. I don't know what to do except, keep fighting. I think so, I've been pushing so hard with all this brand shit. Wait, fight? Yeah, I don't want to cower. Not from the people who hate me, not from my past, and not from the fucking police. I guess this is the only way I know. That sort of makes sense. It's pretty risky though, but it's not like you're off. Any of this was really your fault. You were just defending yourself. Yeah, but they won't see it that way if they catch me. Of course not! Don't worry, I won't let it catch you. Just stay in my house until we can get this to blow over somehow. But from now on, we shouldn't stream or make content together. And don't make it obvious you're posting content out of my house. We can't give the cops any reason to think you're hiding here. You actually think I should keep working my brand? Of course I do! You're doing a great job so far. The Jubilate stuff is so, crazy and weird. A lot of my fans are really clicking with it. Plus, we're only getting warmed up with our pranksters efforts. Lol, yeah. You could be ashamed to pull the plug on that now. Your parents are on the ropes. When all is said and done, what difference is a little more trying gonna make? In for a penny, right? In for a billion. Bonding over murder. Okay, so two things. First of all, this is very interesting. She's supportive and it's true. The guy just shot at her. She was drunk driving, but the guy just shot at her twice. And she took the thing and went on a fucking blind rage. So, it's true! It was self-defense. She also pumped his corpse full of fucking lead. She shot him, 5 or 6 times after he was already on the ground. Which, that was very brutal of her on the heat of the moment. I can understand why she did all of it. But she's also, not telling the whole truth, and of course, there's the morality of it. Of course she defended herself, and of course if the cops catch her, that's not going to be good. They are going to accuse her because she did murder a man. They're not going to be oh, it was self-defense, she can get scot-free after killing him. That's not going to happen. But there's a lot of morality stuff going on here. I do agree that, if she hadn't killed him, he could have killed her. I do think the killing was completely justified in that sense, but also she is a fugitive, and there's a lot of bullshit going on there, and she's not exactly the best person, so there's a lot there too, and she was drunk driving the night when she could have hurt someone. Only a billion? That's chicken feed number. I've been training you too well. If I showed up at your door asking for help, the cop died by my hand... yes. Of course I will, Jackie. Because I do not think... For legal reasons, a joke. No, but really, I know you, Jackie. I know if you actually killed a cop, I know it could have been for a reason. Z is really speedrunning morality. I love that. Only... I just don't want to see you give up. It would suck so much to let this shitty incident defeat you when you were the one who was attacked. Just keep following your vision. I'll do everything I can to protect you. She is so lucky to have a rich girl-like friend. Also, she's so tall in comparison. She's a head taller. Alright, I'll keep fighting then. Good! What's the next on the Jubilate agenda? I was going to post the next chapter soon. This is where the dogma starts getting dicey. Lol, dicey than Praxis? Well, not legally dicey. I mean, socially. It's entering the arena of weird gender shit, kinda skirting the edges of what I was ranting about when I got myself fucking cancelled during my nuclear meltdown. Oh no. It should be fine though. I think this is all actually good shit, and fuck the haters anyway. I think the brand is beyond cancellation at this point. They can try their worst, but it all just goes into the discourse machine now. I'll use it to my advantage to keep my business booming. Exactly, she did go beyond the point of reasonable self-defense, but at the moment it was a heated thing. She wasn't clearly thinking. Then she dumped the fucking car. Like, see, that is a take I can agree in. It was self-defense, but she did beyond the point of reasonable self-defense because of a heated moment, because she was fucking drunk off her ass and having a fucking crisis. That's what I like to hear. I'm excited to see it. When does it drop? I still need to walk everyone through Praxis. That's a whole fucking thing, as you know. It certainly is. But maybe in a week they'll be ready for the real draft bombs. Great, I'm happy to hear you have a plan. I was really rattled at all this stuff, but I think if we work together we can get this under control, yeah. Let's just try to forget about all of this today. It's really upsetting hearing what happened to you. Just fucking petting the horse. It's fine. It's benefiting from the... I'm benefiting from the healing vibes of Dave Hoof, the true MVP of this outfit. Yeah, he sure is. She could go to jail, but maybe not get life, and people could even understand, maybe. Honestly, yeah. Another week slips by like it's nothing. The passage of time is helpless against the momentum of your brand. The march towards 1 million followers is inexorable, as it is captivating. Even Abby, with her vast following, is taken aback by your rapid rise. You may have cultural lining in a bottle, which is hard to explain. Could it be the intrinsic allure of clowns, the socialist demagoguery, your unique flavor of showmanship, and your ability to manipulate discourse and controversy to your benefit? It's still just a matter of riding Abby's multi-million follower coattails, or maybe it's just plain pandemic-driven boredom juicing the numbers. No one seems to have an answer, but it's hard to argue with the results. Few have taken to the jubilate lifestyle with more gusto than Abby herself. In the previous week, she has unveiled her new clown sauna to uproarious acclaim. Apple Pie is ahead, and her clown sauna posts are getting higher levels of engagement than even she's used to. Look at her! The fucking butterfly! That's so cute! Socialist, demagoguery, and clownery. You like this a lot. I know, Jackie! This game was made for you, right? This game was fucking made for you! I ship apple pie, to be honest. All I see here is queen shit. We eating good with all the serve. Clown fire, clown fire. Something peculiar is going on, which wasn't supposed to happen. Her following is spiking right along with yours. She began at around 3 million, and now it's sitting at 3.5. There's an anticipated synergy between your two brands, which lends something to the claim that you aren't just coasting over her cloud anymore. She's starting to get a boost from yours as well. Rose's green dark dress. Oh, yeah, that's Rose's green dark dress! Or like a facsimile of it. Now that she's figured out radical clown energy, it's nearly as good for business as fashionably stunning certain K-pop groups. She continues hyping your brand with all the more enthusiasm. Peter Griffin enthusiast is a great Oh my god. Your public lessons on brands are ahead as well. Stories on the fandom's implementation of these ideals have begun to circulate, which has become a form of content unto itself. Abby's been doing a masterful job of convincing her parents it's all just part of their ploy to own the gullible lips, drive clicks, and take their money. Frank's life hacks. Anyone eavesdropping on her calls with her parents now could be hard-pressed to tell her apart from a staunch Republican. She gives all credit to her mom and dad for training her to well to someone like them. Oh! The backfiring of this kind of stuff, I love it. But tonight you prepare for something completely different. It has nothing to do with financially subverting the wealthy in a playful manner. You are now delving into the part of your manifesto which engages with the delicate politics of various social constructs. The delivery requires a deft touch, so you take some time to revisit the material before going live with it. Everything is further complicated by the fact that you need to keep a low profile. You set up on streaming studio in the other wing of Abby's house, never doing anything to indicate the two of you are in the same building. You don't even use her Wi-Fi in case they get clever and subpoena Instagram for tracing purposes or whatever it is they can do. You only stream through your phone's wireless data plan, which is what you're preparing to do right now as it happens. Are you almost ready to stream? Almost, just brushing up on all this first. Also, I need to release the chapter itself, well, which we'll do in a minute. Have you gotten so antsy to see how everyone will react to this new stuff? Yeah, you've turned into a real discourse dumpster diver. Well, it's all a lot more interesting than the discourse my brand usually gets. Your discourse just revolves around like the fact that you're hot and how good or bad your opinions were on K-pop. I think the occasional horse girl fight could erupt. Yeah, I noticed you've been dolled up in your clown sauna paint a lot more often lately too. Even in your posts. I love my clown sauna! Not that I'm complaining, but it seems like my brand has completely hijacked yours at this point. The jubilant cultural hegemony is truly a force to be reckoned with. See, it's gonna kill gender, like they'll kill that cop. Yes! Sure seems that way. All I know is I'm just having a lot more fun with putting your thing in the spotlight than what I am doing before. I think my whole influencer routine was getting a little bit stale, to be honest. Nothing like a ton of outrageous clown propaganda to liven things up. I'm proud to have fully indoctrinated you. No matter what happens from now on, I'll consider you my greatest conquest. Wow. Okay, I just posted the new shit. Let's wait a little while for that to make the rounds, and I'll start streaming. Do you want to like rehearse your message or anything? I usually just wing it the moment I start streaming. You seem more real that way. Maybe we could talk about it anyway. So is it fresh in your mind? Shit, what do you want to talk about? Well, I read the chapter and I've mainly been wondering how serious you're about this. About that clown gender. Abby, I am fucking dead fucking serious about clown gender. Lol, I can totally believe that. I mean, I personally think it's interesting and all, but I think a lot of people will probably think you're joking or like trivializing a delicate subject. Of course they will. That's good actually. It will help drive discourse and pull more people in. But the theoretical foundations of clown gender are totally solid. I think most of our fans will start caping on the idea, especially the Sims. Naturally, you can always count on the Sims for a strong base of support. I fully expect the Sims to start identifying as clown gender in their bios. If not, I will be so disappointed in them. I'm sure they won't let you down. Wait, does that mean they're clown pronouns? I actually did come up with pronouns one time, but I never included them in the manifesto. What were they? Squeak, wing, whiz. Oh, Mao. Guess I can see why that didn't make the cut. I think if I busted out those clown pronouns, people really could think I was taking a big gender piss. Plus, I think it would get fucking annoying if tons of people start referring to themselves as squeak and wing self and shit. There are certain decisions you can make with the clown ideology that are just plain irresponsible, clearly. And we've shown nothing but impeccable restraint in promoting praxis. The pronouns are good. Neopronouns are good. Neopronouns are good. I do support neopronouns. I do have a band set up on my Discord server for people to check on. I am personally fond of Faye and Faeher. Friends just telling everyone to do a bunch of hilarious crimes, it's fine. So if there are no clown pronouns, how do clown gender people refer to themselves? Literally any pronouns are applicable, he, she, they. It's like wildcard gender, like pulling out the Joker card for that part of your identity. Oh yeah, makes sense. So if I recall, there's a gender triangle with 3 genders? Male, female, and clown at each point. That's a bit simplistic. You're excluding non-binary from the spectrum. See, look. And here it is! The pyramid is a gender continuum. The bottom horizontal axis is a spectrum ranging from male to female with non-binary in the middle. That's all standard. You position yourself on this axis however you feel like, and then moving up the y-axis takes you closer to clown gender. The higher you go, the less you resonate with the entire concept of gender at all. Like you're transcending the entire conventional spectrum and seeing gender for the farcical social construct it really is. That's why it's clown gender. It embodies a whimsical attitude towards the whole deal. Any pronouns are fine. A true clown gender person couldn't care what they are called. They embrace all pronouns. Anyone at the peak of the pyramid is a full clown gender individual. After my stream today, I plan to come out as clown gender. This Joren stuff is just a husband YouTube marketing forever. Honestly, a little bit, and Squeak Wim Quiz is a very well done pun, says Olive. Also, from my perspective, this is a very, very interesting take on gender. Of course, the fact that it uses the imagery of like clowns is kind of like Hussie, like just having fun with it. But the gender spectrum is like, you know, like how close you feel to one or another or neither. But adding the spectrum idea of whether you have a strong connection to the concept of gender or not is also an important part of gender. That includes like neo-gender and xeno-gender stuff, and like agender people who simply like do not vibe with any kind. So in this sense, this like scale is actually genuinely an interesting take on gender, because you have like the gender spectrum, but then a second axis which marks how strongly you connect. So you could be like closer to manhood and like really relate to it, or you could be like about here where you are male leaning but honestly don't fucking care that much about gender. Unless you like yours. Exactly, unless you like yours. If you like your gender and you like have a strong connection to the idea of gender, you're down here, and if not, up here. And like, this can be controversial because, as she said, like, if she starts like trivializing it, then it seems like she's taking a piss on it. But as a stance, this is actually interesting. Like, genuinely, seeing the proper context of this actually makes me have respect for Hussie for putting this kind of thing out, because I honestly think that's interesting. As a transgender woman myself, I think this is an interesting take on gender stuff. Also, I could be around... Yes, Paige, really reps this whole scale. I can't wait for you to read some of the names, please. I think I have a... I think I could be around here, maybe. Because I do associate close to femininity and do have a semi-strong connection to the idea of being feminine, but I also do acknowledge that gender is fucking bullshit and honestly don't care that much. So I am around here. I could be around here. You can mark that for me? Yeah, you'll get the ball rolling on the idea, then we step back and let the discourse fly. But is it actually true that you identify that way? It's Renault. I mean, I came up with all this shit and like, wow, I'm surprised you're taking this big step. Lol, thank you. I'll have to think about where I fit on the pyramid. I don't think I'm clown. I'm too cis woman for that. Yeah, you are. Take your time with it. Meditate deeply upon my clown gender continuum. One day, riots. Riots will bless you with an answer. Who? Oh god, I haven't even really got into lore yet. There's so much fucking lore. He's a mythical clown figure, the first Jubilee who lived millions of years ago. He comes to me in these crazy dreams, sometimes, which is where I got most of this stuff from. I'll probably start getting into this stuff in a few weeks. Is there something? People will probably flip out about it. I can barely even imagine the discourse surrounding whatever the hell this even is. Like, a story? A religion? I'm sure it will be complete pandemonium. Deploying this material to the masses in its own way is a great form of praxis, actually. It's like meta praxis. So the introduction of praxis to the world is also praxis. Jesus! Alright, ready to start streaming? Here, you can work the camera. Okay! This just makes you want to redesign your clown paint. The best interpretation of gender in a video game was Saints Row 2's gender slider. I feel I'm definitely male, but feel like you could be the exact same person but born AFAB, and you could be definitely fine, if that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you do not have a strong connection to gender for the sake of it, but you know you are the gender you were born as. So if, yeah, like, you were AFAB and you were equally comfortable, you would be like the exact same person. Like, gender is not something that factors too much in the way of being. And that's fair, that's completely fair. As a trans woman, I am a little bit closer to gender stuff. Because, you know, I kind of have to be due to the fact that some people don't want me to. You both carefully study the aftermath of your clown gender stream for the rest of the day. As expected, the discourse is popping off. Passionate discussion flares up, resulting in great many truly awful takes, whereas others begin enthusiastically plotting themselves somewhere on your clown gender pyramid. You think she's a Briska Aradia hybrid? I think there could be some Rose in the mix. All the most dedicated Jubilees vibe with the material instantly and update their clone sonas accordingly. All in all, you consider it a very successful installment of your Zero's manifesto, and you celebrate this with your friend in the customary manner by continuing to loot her parents' supply of preposterously expensive wine. Abby, I have bad news. What? We ran off the wine that costs over $10,000. Oh no! Had to get this one off the fucking bargain shelf. It's only 8k according to the web. Guess we'll have to make with swell tonight. Unbelievable! Forced to live like common peasants. That's fine, we can. We're there for a little while until Branks' ship comes in. Maybe we should debrief on all that tonight. Yeah, it's easy to lose track of your business objectives when everyone's in such frenzy over clown gender. The reception to my gender pyramid couldn't possibly be better. The discourse is exquisite, much more satisfying than this discount piss wine for beggars. There's actually some rose in there, yeah. Also, you know what I like? I didn't hear any. It could be Megalobania, honestly. Also, I like that Z is going into the idea very in depth. Like, it's not just the gender pyramid. She explains why it is like it is and exactly what it is with an actually interesting ideology. She actually genuinely anticipates the discourse and talks about it. I think the fact that I didn't hear any discourse when this came out. I have been adjacent to Psycholonials, but I have not heard anything bad about the clown gender pyramid, and I now see why. Because she anticipates the discourse in setting and talks about it, and by doing so, actually explaining the ideology in a good sense, and also being the whole roundabout building it up for the simps and the jubilites and making it a big show. She's sensationalizing it directly within the setting, so it's when it comes to the real world, these things have already happened. The things that people could complain about have been literally addressed in text, and the discourse has been literally talked about inside of it, which is interesting. Being a story about social media, the reaction in social media is very interesting. So what are we with this? Are you still seducing my mom? Yeah, I'm this close to getting her to want a divorce. Just needs another push or two. How are things going with your dad? Good, I've certainly been talking to him a lot more frequently than he's ever come to expect. Which has actually made pulling the strings a lot easier. He's so delighted to be hearing from me often. I think it has made him a lot more willing to believe the stuff I'm saying. It almost makes me feel kind of bad. Don't feel bad. Remember, these are bad people actually. Oh, I know, it's hard to forget that since the role-playing I've been doing has been making me feel pretty gross. Role-playing. Yeah, I've been really hard in the direction of acting. I've been taking a sudden conservative turn in my beliefs. Lol. There was some very half-hearted discourse about the erasing my bisexuality. Yeah, I remember that one, but it was at the very beginning, when it first came out in the first chapter. And honestly, considering how everything else has been going, I think, you can see at this point, if I was A5, there could be different experiences I couldn't explore. That's also true. Yeah, gender is a motherfucking clusterfuck, and I think the idea of marking the disregard of gender as clown really sells it. I think I have a newfound respect for Hussie for this kind of stuff. I mean, I still keep it believable. I still say I hate Trump and talk a lot about shit about Biden too, because he's obviously a race-based, and he gets a kick out of that when I run like that, because it wasn't even that long ago he hated Biden too, before he started giving him millions of dollars, I mean. She's dragging her friend. Feel bad for the whole shit that's going to fall into Abby. Honestly, yeah! Abby seemed like a person who, grew up rich in a conservative space and, realized, it was bad and was trying to basically, ride out the life of her parents and inherit their money and, actually do something for herself that was actually productive. And she's kind of being led into a life of crime. Yeah, looks like he's got a new crush that expired, and it sounds like an especially turned old man and fake. No, but also yeah, pretty much. So I just got on that. I barely even talk about Bitcoin anymore. That approaches you too ham-fisted. It just makes it too obvious to have some weird agenda after a while. Instead of spend a lot of time trashing our fans, calling them gullible socialist sims who hate America, well, that is basically what they are. It just so happens that they're right to feel that way. Yeah, I just do a lot of sneering at the liberal bullshit, as if my experiences with the fans have really opened my eyes towards sensible conservative thinking. See, the trick is to just take all the shitty things he's ever said about politics and repackage those statements in my own voice and say it all back to him. You think it could be suspicious, me suddenly flipping on a bunch of political shit we used to argue about, but I just know how he thinks. He loves hearing it, so he wants to believe it's true. Like, it just confirms his biases, you know. He just assumes I'm growing up, dispensing with my childish political beliefs and becoming the responsible heiress he always wanted me to be. This is genius. You're literally the CEO of fucking Francis right now. I feel like a silly baby toying with your mother's heart. No, your uncle is so good! And God knows they need a divorce. You're helping them, actually. Yeah, they also have too much money, which turned them into shitheads, so we're doing them a favor by taking it, really. Oh, absolutely! I think I'm about to hit the wall, though. There are diminishing returns when it comes to email seduction. Like, she obviously doesn't suspect at all that this isn't the real guy she's talking to. It's just I start running out of ammo with the sexting shit. It gets repetitive, and there's no way to have the Annie, because it's not like I can call her. Maybe? What you need is a voice actor to play his part. It can be really any dude who's willing to bullshit through a fake affair as a rich Republican donor. Even someone much younger, like one of our Sims maybe? It could have to be someone who couldn't mind becoming deeply complicit in crypto fraud. That probably describes like half of our followers! Dear girl boss and girl wife! Oh my god! Oh, look at this smile though! Look at this cheery little smile! She has the fairy vibes in a good way. What? Or maybe it could be someone who already is complicit, even if he doesn't know. Are you going to bring Percy? Percy! Stop bringing Percy into it! You open your previous DM with Percy and pick up where you left off with your drunken conversation, like barely a day has gone by. This time you make sure your flirtation is considerably less hostile, which he appears to appreciate. He's more than appreciative, actually. His instincts as a devoted sim seem to be in overdrive now. Considering how much clothes you've accumulated since you last spoke, he must feel like quite special, given that he had a chance to speak with you when you only had a meager following of 1,000 people. The cop crime scene not only has the bite marks on the gore side, but also a few hurts from that second shot. Ooh, fair. They really have, like, a lot of against her. This special feeling of elite ground floor access to you is a factor you can easily work to your advantage. By now, there's much you could ask of him that he couldn't leap at the opportunity to help you with. As a dedicated fan of your content, he should be more than thrilled to participate in a scheme which is such a quintessential act of pranksters. You consider how many Sims could kill for a chance to be in his shoes, or if not literally commit a murder, then to be at least framed for one. You decide not to mention your troubles with the law just yet, let alone the fact that you arbitrarily decided to implicate him in the slaying of a police officer. That could really kill the mood. It could also overwhelm him when you really need his wits as sharp as possible, so he can play the role of a wealthy suitor to a middle-aged billionaire woman. Percy Dream SMP, Simp. After all the flirtatious pleasantries are over, you and Abby retire to the living room as you continue walking him through the play. I just gotta say, the person I feel the worst about is Percy for sure. So, just to be clear, you are asking me to call your friend's mother and engage in various forms of amorous banter. Yes, but Jesus, Percy. You're going to have to turn on the charm a little better than that. Okay, I believe I can do that. Remember a few weeks ago when you slid into my DMs and started hitting on me? Well, I'm not sure it was like... I mean, don't get me wrong, I think you're cool and... God damn it, Percy. You were a very thirsty boy tonight. Don't fuck with me on this. I know an eager sim when I see one. Your move worked, didn't it? Here I am talking to you again, asking you not to help us with this super important mission critical shit. So it's time to stop doubting yourself. You clearly have some killer chat instincts or whatever, which even you don't fully grasp yet. Wow. So now I just need you to help the movement by channeling that sick chat energy towards a rich woman who is extremely lonely and horny. I'll do my best, but aside from participating in a series of sexually charged conversations with this woman, I'm not sure what to say exactly. I don't have the context for their previous interactions or know anything about the character I'm supposed to be playing. Don't worry about that. I'll send you the copies of all the email chains. I can also send you all the info I have on this guy. He's just some rich dude who gives Republicans a lot of money. She's met the guy once or twice, but otherwise never encounters him, except for these fake emails I've been throwing at her. Yes, research material would be very helpful. Please send me everything you have. Poor Percy! Percy, this is fucking amazing of you. It takes some real balls to do this. I hope you know how much I appreciate it. No, it's no problem, really. It sounds fun, and I'm happy to help. Hey, maybe after you made some progress with our Mark, you can hop a ferry over here. I mean, for real this time. Sorry if I sounded like I was fucking with you last time. No, it's okay. Sure, I'd love to. All I'm saying is, life on this island gets kind of lonely, you know? Like, really lonely. The pandemic isn't helping much either. Feels like an eternity since I like well socialize, if you know what I mean. Slut! 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 You whore, stop. Yeah, I do. It's been quite some time since I had any company outside of work. I mean, just let me know when you'd like me to come. I'll be there. God. Huh? Oh yeah, that cool purse. Got it. Oh yeah, cool purse gotta go by. Are you? Oh, you actually are! Push. No. I don't think it's okay. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, it's fine. I don't want to hurt your feelings. It just seems like a bad idea. I just got carried away. I know you're not into me that way. I'm sorry. It's not that. It's just you don't even have to apologize. You're straight. I get it. I know that. I get pushed sometimes. No, it's not like that. I'm not even that straight. I don't think you really understand me. I'd like to. I mean, you're like the only person in the world I actually care about, and all that. And like. What we almost did for me, that's not, I don't know, it's certainly not about affection. It's more like a weapon. Oh, that sounds sad. Look at what he was just doing with Percy. This guy probably doesn't really deserve any of this. You were just having some fun with him. And he likes it. It's so obvious that being able to help you with this is like the best thing that's ever happened to him. Abby, I fucking framed him for cop murder. Okay, yes, that was pretty bad, but you just panic when talking to some cops. I can figure out how to deal with that. It wasn't like sending his photo as it was the result of some diabolical sexual con. Just fucked up, that's all. Yeah, but it only happened because that was the day I began messing with him. Look, all I'm saying is, I'm kinda fucked up about this subject, and no matter what happens, I don't want to feel like I'm using that particular weapon against you, if that makes sense. Totally. I had to piss. We really flew though. The dollar store wine tonight, didn't we? Yeah. He's more a John to Aziz Briska. He's kind of Taversy, actually. But yeah, Tavers is not that easy to push around. Yeah, that was rough, but also very real. Also, their size difference. Yeah, I know, the size difference. But yeah, like she obviously, oh god, like look at her, like she obviously cares about her and likes her and is like actually not straight, like she herself has said it, like the saying like, oh, I'm so straight earlier is a facade built upon like her persona. But that's the thing, she's like you know Mina? When Mina is like, I am bad, that's her right now. She's like, I care about you, and I do a lot of fucked up shit, and I kind of weaponize this kind of stuff, and I don't want to feel like I am using you in that sense, because I actually genuinely care about you. This outfit is a private. Ooh, I didn't notice. And yeah, that is kind of really Mina, your beloved. That is intense, but like really cool, and to see, like, it is rough to see, but wow. Oh, see. Name person interested in murder of a police officer. God. God, this story is super good. What the fuck? This only made things rough for everyone. Yeah, God. Like, I really like this. I am really liking this so far. What the fuck? Let me sip. I need water. I have been talking way too. Let me sip. Reading this life was great. Looks like the authorities. Yeah, it's only chapter 3! This is going to be a 2 or 3 stream. Ultimate getting away with killing a cop. Feed her girlfriend. I have no fucking clue, but we'll see. Looks like the authorities are finally closing in. You know this was coming, right? You've been sloppy, then. You set up a shoddy alibi, pinned the shit on an innocent saint for some reason, and started babbling to a first responder about the witness protection program for God's sake. Lol, we're not exactly dealing with a master criminal here, but I will say this much. We're dealing with a criminal who's got guts. And wherever there exists people with guts, there exist people who stand a chance. It took guts to dump that car in the sound. In the sound. It took guts to play it cool and start a kick-ass media empire out of the house of a highly visible internet celebrity. And it'll take even more guts to manage your brand with 1 million followers while you're one felon making national headlines. So maybe it's time to put those guts to use. Maybe you're ready to make a real choice. You could always delete your account and pretend this never happened. That probably save you a ton of trouble. Or you could charge full steam ahead. Fuck the news, fuck the haters, and fuck the police. There's no force in heaven or earth that could slow your brand down. What'll we see, Bizan? It's luck. Oops, this is my fault. Okay, this is my fault. I knew damn well this couldn't work. If I'm being totally honest, I just wanted to say hello again to remind you I exist, remind you what the stakes are. The facts have remained unchanged though. The ability to make meaningful choices in this story are still only allowed to be unlocked by a true successor. And that still ain't you, but it does look like you're making some progress, so don't give up hope just yet. I'll check back in you soon and I'll just keep doing whatever it is you're doing. And I think we both know that's going to be, Zen. Because you're a fighter. That's what I love about you. Who the fuck? Why does that sound so much like Dog Scratch? Like, that sounds very Dog Scratchy. A symbol of strength. That sounds very Dog Scratchy, and I am not here for that. I fucking hate Dog Scratch. 2 weeks later! Huh? Where are you going with a horse? On the beach? Homestuck? As an outlaw in the national spotlight, you've had to adapt your lifestyle over the last couple of weeks. You can only assume the police have been keeping an eye on Abby's house. I gotta just run bullshit with this. What choices? I know, right? And it says in your studio around the clock, you work out the means of getting outside while staying under the radar. You slip out the bag and head towards the beach. Abby was kind enough to provide you with her most expensive vehicle, the 2017 Bentley Continental, parked out 5 minutes on the coast. It's the least she could do, you think, in the life of austerity you've been otherwise forced to live as a fugitive. Austerity? Really? House count 15. Sports! Soon enough, you'll need some automotive mobility for practical purposes, but for now it's good just to get out of the Hearthstone of drive, so you can think. So much has happened in the past couple of weeks, it's hard to keep track of it all, but you guess that's just life now. A little time alone behind the wheel of a luxury vehicle should help you organize your thoughts. Since you relaunched your brand, never in your wildest dreams did you imagine having more followers than Abby, let alone leapfrogging over her so quickly. Her following has been tickling up steadily too, but it's nothing compared to the rate of your fandom's growth. 6.2. Oh, for 13 posts and 6.2. Come on, Hussie. You're the start of the circus, and now even Abby's fanbase has to admit she's become a close orbiting satellite to your brand, rather than the other way around as it once was. Something about the chaotic energy of the Jubilant race combined with the drama of the Deadly Cop scandal has resulted in transforming your social media presence into phenomenon status. The media has become obsessed. It's fascinating to many for its unusual and incendiary ideological focus, and just as captivating to others for resembling a slow-motion train wreck. Also, we're counting horses because this is Hussie. There is a sense among your millions of new followers that the more sensational criminal elements surrounding the daily drama of your brand will only get worse and people are here for it. You adamantly deny the accusations, of course, and expertly weave these denunciations into your performance to magnify the attention to your accounts. Since the natural targets of your screeds are the corrupt government, corporations, and the police forces around the nation, which only serve to protect their power and wealth, it's been pretty easy to construe a narrative framing these accusations as an attempt by powerful forces to silence you. Wow! You fucking girl boss gaslight gatekeep! By the looks of it, most of your followers are willing to believe your denunciations, and not many of them were big fans of the law enforcement to begin with. It's just more fuel for your showmanship. A story that's easy to sell to a hungry crowd, almost as easy to sell as Abby's parents have been on your recent Prices efforts. On that front, it's been like shooting fish in a barrel. Abby has her dad deeply connected about and concerned about the market volatility and selling off huge amounts of stock to buy Bitcoin, which he then enthusiastically funnels into your spoof wallet. You and Percy have been working her mom, who's been doing the same shit with a totally separate spoof wallet unbeknownst to her husband, in anticipation of carving out a portion of their assets which she can make off with after the imminent divorce. Every time they make new deposits, you're sure to quickly reroute those funds to your offshore accounts under your control. Wow! Meanwhile, you maintain fake back-end sites for them to look at, which makes it appear their deposits are so secure. They're both so caught up in the process, it hasn't even occurred to them to wonder if they are being robbed. Percy's been an invaluable accessory to Rose. He now needs minimal instruction to play the role of Abby's mom's lover. They exchange racy photos and sex messages frequently between their phone calls. You've had a lot of fun photoshopping the head of the man she believes she's talking to onto body shots sourced from amateur porn. You get some pretty steamy pics back from her in return, but you spare Abby the trauma of sharing those with her. Percy has made plans to come to the island tomorrow to help with some new projects you're working on. Having another set of hands will be helpful as you move into more ambitious phases of your brand's development, especially while you're trying to keep a low profile. Of course, it's nagging at the back at you that the police have this photo. You still haven't told him. You just can't seem to find the right moment. It could be such a downer having to explain something like that when you're both having such a good time swindling billionaires. You'll get around to it someday. Besides, he knows perfectly well you're connected to a murder in the news, and now he must know how deeply implicated he is in a fraud scheme as well. No matter what you have or haven't told him, he has to understand the truth. There's no going back. For old time's sake, you head down the street of your apartment. You haven't seen the place in weeks, not since the night this all began. No squad cars anywhere. Not surprising since they're probably taking all the evidence they need from your place already. You suppose that means there's no reason to even try and drink anymore. On your side, your beloved posters, liquor bottles, nasty macaroni pots is still probably in an evidence room somewhere by now. You never liked the place much, but it's still sad to think that chapter of your life is over for good. You head back to the remote parking spot Abby found for you and begin your shoreline trek back to your hideout. You're in no hurry. The scenic walk gives you more time to think about the big plans you have brewing and the preposterous amount of newfound financial flexibility you have to put them into motion. If only Percy knew what you really had in store for him in the island, Abby too for that matter, but it's better to reveal your more ambitious ideas to people in smaller doses. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. And hello, someone else? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Later. Wow, this story! This sounds like Minecraft music. I love it. How much did they deposit today? Your dad put in around 350 million, your mom only about 100 million, but that's actually a lot for her. The biggest deposit she's made yet. Wow! I can't believe how casually these people peel off another 100 million bucks like it's just $10 bill. Money seems so abstract and meaningless to them. No wonder this is turning out to be so easy. I'm not sure I could call it easy. I feel the brave pretending to talk like a Republican. Saying some of the shit I've said has made me feel so much dirtier than if we were stealing money. At least your side of the operation is a lot more fun. I'm hardly even doing anything anymore. Percy has been doing most of it lately. He's coaching her very well and working their assets. He's turning out to be a pretty good con artist. Well, that's only because you are and you are the one coaching him. I don't know. I barely talk to these people at all, except for initially seducing your mom in a shitty email chain. You're the one who somehow turned your dad into a slobbering crypto junkie that literally believes our entire economic system is on the brink of collapse and Bitcoin is the only safe haven now. It's true. He's really obsessed with this project now. To be fair, our entire economic system actually is on the verge of collapse, but whatever. He won't even be affected by the collapse because all his money will be gone by then. Yeah, how much do we have now? Almost 5 billion. Fuck, that's so much! It's certainly nothing to sneeze at. And you're absolutely sure it's like ours? Yes, except for what they deposited today, none of the money is still in my spoof wallets. I resolved the coins quickly and spread it all out across a bunch of foreign accounts. But you actually just open a bunch of Swiss accounts or some shit like in the movies? Lol, well, they're not mine exactly. They're not in your name. Ooh! It's less suspicious that way since you know you're actually a rich person and a fucking wanted felon. Well, when you look at it like that way, I guess this is all really just an elaborate early inheritance scheme. Yeah. So they can't see that you're just sucking the bitcoins right after they put them in? No, they only see what I'm wanting them to. The wallet make it look like coins are still there. They'll only run into a problem if they try to sell them. And I don't see that happening soon. Your folks are awfully bullish on crypto suddenly. Well, you say their monies are going to be gone. Are you really going to try to get all of it? That could be ideal, but we're going to hit a wall soon. I don't think even your dad is dumb enough to convert his entire fortune into Bitcoin. And Percy tells me it sounds like the remaining assets are going to be a lot harder to move, much less liquidity than whatever they have been trading to buy the coin we've got so far. He must be in real deep with my mom to find out anything like that. Oh yeah, he is. I mean, both of them are. We tagged him in this. I listened in on his call with him, and her sometimes texts him notes on where to steer the conversation. God, I'm also in charge of like supplying the thirst trap shots. What? Ups. This courtship is a whole nother level now. Percy putting on quite a show with his very masculine Republican sounding voice. Naturally, there's gonna be some sexing too. Like, with actual photos. Percy sending my mom nudes? No, I just photoshopped them. It's easy to find face shots of this real dude she just thinks she's talking to. I just like paste them on top of like amateur porn. No! And boy does she reciprocate. I must say, Abby, your mother is one hot bitch. Oh Jesus, I'm not sure I want to see any of this. Oh, I wasn't planning on sharing my gallery of your slutty mom shots, don't worry. It's my private collection. Oh my god, you mischievous whore! Anyway, I can see from where you get it from, fucking Yowza. Well, she's quite attractive. I mean, she was a trophy wife once upon a time. Almost feel sorry for her, developing a sort of kinship with her actually. Why? Because we both want to rip off your dad. It just happens I'm the only one actually succeeding. Whatever, she can take solace in the fact that her daughter turned out to be a billion times the gold digger she ever was. That's right. That's right, turns out quite rich. Z likes MILFs. Who doesn't? And all I had to do even less to get my shady funds than my criminal dad did. Now all I need is my own trophy wife. Oh, and now let's be clear, who could be whose trophy wife? If anything, just be mine since I have way more clout now. Excuse me, see, but didn't I just hear you say all these bank accounts are in my name? No, you're right. I guess I don't know whose fucking money this really is. Well, according to the tenets of praxis, nobody really owns it. It's all fake shit, just like the gender and all the other stuff you like to rant about. Money is just like numbers on computers mostly moving around all the time, but not really doing the world much good, so we might as well move it our way and make some better things happen. I can't believe how thoroughly I've converted you to Jubilism. And I thought your parents were supposed to be the easy marks falling for all this Bitcoin shit, but you make them look like stone-faced skeptics. Well, wait, I have to keep sucking up to your cold clone religion if I want to be your trophy wife someday. How else am I going to cash in on my own money? Oh, that's extremely fair. Carry with your ass kissing then. You haven't even heard the good shit yet. What's the good shit? Like advanced licensing praxis. If you like what we have been already doing, the advanced shit could knock your socks off. Oh lord. These are the types of methods we'll need to start employing if we want to get the rest of their money, plus a lot more from other sources. They aren't exactly the only billionaires in the world, you know. Unbelievable. You got 5 billion in the bank and you just want them to keep hustling? Hell yeah! We're on a mission here. Why slow down? I just can't even imagine what you're planning on doing with all this money. You can't even show your face in public because you're a cop killer. Doesn't matter if you can't imagine it. I can. It all just fits into more praxis, more money, more publicity, more financial influence, more leverage around the world, more praxis. Alright, but what if we slowed it down a little bit? Just, we try to enjoy this more. I feel like I keep going back to that, like, this was supposed to be fun. It is fun. Praxis is fun. It is its own reward. Do you know why people play pranks? Because the shit's fun. Okay, yeah, I can't argue with that, but it's also very risky, high-stakes stuff, and I don't know, there's other stuff to think about. Like what? Well, I have ideas too. Oh, do you know? Since when? Since always, I'm full of ideas. Not sure I like hearing this. I'm not getting myself a trophy wife so she can do a bunch of thinking. Well, fuck you. I'm not going to be your trophy wife either. And you're going to be mine, or the marriage is off? Holy shit, yes, mom. So tell me your huge brain ideas when you're done with my thick flattening. I mean, fucking thick flattening reference. Perfect. I've been thinking on a lot of stuff about your clown gender stuff. Yeah, it all sounds so silly at first, but it's kind of a brainworm. I've been considering where I fit on the triangle, and what have you decided? Well, I don't know if anything fully speaks to me yet, and I just wonder if some adjustments could be made to the system. Adjustments. Yeah, and to Abby a lot right now. It's fun to want to burn the world down, but also it's out of order that. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, since it's kind of silly system that you just pulled it off your ass anyway. I mean, I did not pull this out of my ass. It is extremely serious. Oh sure, saying that you identify as clown gender is the most serious thing in the world. Who could argue with that? You know what I mean. Yeah, I know you believe in the ideas. I'm just saying, since you're all creative and all and extra serious about gender philosophy, maybe you could like do something with horse gender? Horse gender! Yeah, why not? Abby, that is patently absurd. No, it's not! Not any more than clown gender. Oh no! The clown, the fucking horse! The horse... the horse, it's going to bump the fucking... the fucking counter very high. It's not happen to be if you actually think about it and make it work. Come on, can't you do it for me? I think you just want to identify as horse gender no matter what logic I come up with. So what if I do? Isn't that my right? Well, yeah, it is. Maybe you have a good point. God damn it. I cannot believe I'm letting you strong-arm me into revising my manifesto extratemporaneously. Nobody could even know you're revisiting it. You could just be like releasing a new chapter, elaborating on it. Kind of like how you've been still going to unveil advanced practice or whatever. That's true. Alright, give me a minute. Let me sketch some ideas. Oh, look at them. Junabi head right back to the gender drawing board. She's giving you an interesting challenge. Handed you an oddly shaped shoe, if you will, and it's your job to make it fit. After playing with your continuum a bit, you decide to stay with the pyramid format. You don't want to revolutionize your own system too much since everyone already acclimated to the logic of a pyramid. Your goal is to enrich everyone's understanding of gender, not vex them with increasingly convoluted nonsense. After a couple hours, you think you have something workable here. You and Abby are too excited about it to sit on it though. You decide to improvise a live stream right now to inform everyone of your astounding new breakthroughs. I'm sure you'll all be thrilled to hear I've made some astounding new breakthroughs on the jubilate philosophy of gender. I have used 2 words to say horse and gender. As you can see, the pyramid-shaped continuum remains intact, but the y-axis has been expanded to go even lower, which means that while horizontally we have the conventional male-female gender spectrum, vertically we now also have the clown-horse gender spectrum. Both axes are, of course, a fluid spectrum, and you can position yourself anywhere in this continuum that feels true to your experience. So what's horse gender? Glad you asked. It represents the extreme counterpoint to clown gender, where clown gender embodies whimsical, absolute lack of identification with the conventional gender spectrum, or even the entire idea of gender. Horse gender is the total opposite. It means extreme identification with any given gender on the horizontal axis. So if you're a horse gender male, it means you feel extremely male. If you're a horse gender woman, you're like, god damn, I am a fucking woman. I guess an example of this could be like TERF. I mean, don't take that too literally. I don't want to taint horse gender for everybody right out of the gate. You could also be hell a woman without being weird and TERFy about it, and that could still be a total valid horse gender feeling. Like my friend Abby, she's a proud horsewoman. Oh, she's crying. So I think you get the idea. Oh my god, I like how she backpedaled. She was like, TERFs do identify very like potently with the idea, and then she was like, no, wait, TERFs are fucking awful. Back off. So I think you get the idea. Move up the scale towards clown, you hardly give a fuck. You're a wildcard, untethered from this maddening social construct. Move down towards horse, and you're dig again. Where clown is a symbol of whimsy, horse is a symbol of strength. You're like, hell yeah, I'm this fucking gender and that's cool. That's actually kind of not bad. And there's nothing wrong with that. The system accounts for it all. Points on the continuum are equally valid. And notice in the middle of the scale vertically, between horse and clown, it just says the average gender spectrum. That's where you are if you don't feel super strong or weak about your identity anyway. And if that's you, also fucking valid. The horses are off the charts. Also, having said that, allow me to illustrate some examples of putting this into practice as I say it. Now, I don't claim to speak for these people. You should try to see this like my headcanons. I guess they can come forward and set the record straight if they want. Post, I'm looking at you. Just joking, man. You don't gotta. But you can. Post Malone? Is that Ellen DeGeneres? Isn't that a J.K. Rowling as the traditional gender spectrum? It's a fucking power move! The actual idea is fine, but the choice of course clown and horse make it sound like it's a new— Yeah, exactly! That's the thing! Like, it's played like the designation of horse and clown make it sound stupid, but it's actually a really good way to see the spectrum. And this is just ridiculous. What else is going on? Let's see, I kind of think the Obama placement is a no-brainer. J.K. Rowling too. Now that's a horse gender! Hey, what do you want from me? She gets up to all this fucking TERFy shit. Seems to me like she wants to park herself in a barn and make a big TERFy bed, make like hay or whatever, and wacky gender essentialism, then she's more than welcome to do that. It just lands her on the horse one point of the triangle, is what I'm saying. Discussing fun new ways of experiencing gender and interpersonal relationship as a joke, only for queers to go, yeah, actually, never. Go on and let her Winnie, or don't, drag her out to the glue factory if you're really mad. I'm not here to polish your online activism, I am only here to report on all the good shit when it comes to my kick-ass gender pyramid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This spectrum is so good. The point is, all this is accounted for in the diagram. Know this and be free, alright. Is that enough of fucking that yet? You bet it is. Oh my god, I am going to fucking choke. Sleeping. Ooh, dream? Yeah. Okay. I consider myself a female-leaning clown. I don't know, I lean more clown than horse, but only a little bit above average, I would say. Why is... No, wait, you go back right now. Why is David Hasselhoff a clown too? Oh my god. I'm fucking losing it. Wow! So your dreamscape is like all clowns, huh? Sure, clown, to be honest. Used to be very fan, but like, I feel full clown. That's fair, that's completely fair, Jackie. I love you. Force of the clown for today. Clown energy! Oh, thank you. God, you know, with how like intentionally like, you know, the pixelated style and the rush stuff is, when this happens, when this is shown, it's like Hussie has such a fucking way with like lighting and like aesthetics. Look at this! Look at this! Hello? Like, this looks so good! You've been doing very well. Wow! Riotous looks fucking amazing, yeah. I imagine that was Riotous. The first. Fucking... It keeps hanging on her head. God, she's not stable. Riotous is good. You check your phone and notice that it happens to be exactly 20th of May, exactly 1 month since the night you were on that fateful drive with your manifesto. Today, Percy is scheduled to arrive so he can assist with new projects. You wait for his ferry from inside Bentley, park at a distance to stay out of sight. You haven't been here since the night you disposed of the squad car. You find yourself glancing in that direction now and then. You have no idea if they dressed the car out of the water yet or if they haven't even figured that's where it ended up in. That incriminating dashboard camera footage was probably completely wiped out after being submerged in salty water for weeks. You guessed you are relieved about that, but then, with the amount of hysteria there is about this case in the media, that footage hardly seems to matter anymore. You're who they're looking for, and nothing can change that. All you can really do now is make sure you don't get caught. And there's the ferry. And there's the boy. Ah, with a mask! There's Percy. He radiates the nervous energy of an eager simp. He looks around for you, but of course you won't be getting out of the car. You just text him to come find you. Oh shit. Oh shit! The guys must have been waiting for Percy to arrive before making their move. Were they tracking him from the mainland too? How did they figure out who he was? Maybe they ran some facial recognition software on the photo you sent and something finally turned up in their system. Whatever the case, this won't do at all. If they take him into custody, interrogate him and take his phone, this is all over. They'll close in on you and Abby in no time. Oh no! You need to deal with this now. Oh boy! Oh boy! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to cut him off. What are you doing? Ram. Just straight up rammed into him. She has a gun. She has a gun. Z? Z? Z! 2 bullets. 3 bullets, 4 bullets, 5 bullets, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And she just takes Percy. Oh my god. You need to get off the streets fast. Your car is totaled and Abby's house is too far away. You look around for a shelter, any place at all that could get you out of broad daylight for a little while. You just remember the restaurant you used to work at is down the street. Hopefully the owner still has it shut down due to the pandemic. That could be an ideal hideout for the rest of the day while this blows over. After this, you can read the cast page up to the witnesses section. Oh! You head down the alley to the back entrance. There's a good chance it's locked, but that shouldn't be a problem. Bang. Oh my god! It's dark inside. All the tables and chairs are put away. Looks like no one set foot inside here since the last day you waited tables. Perfect. Well, perfect for hiding, but in most other ways far from perfect. This is a fucking mess. There's no drowning the evidence for what you did this time. You murdered 2 cops out in the open, and the dashboard camera certainly caught it this time. There were a few eyewitnesses as well. You'll be hearing about this on the news before the end of the day, no question. Maybe within the hour. Curious with the memories of working at this restaurant with a mysterious pang of nostalgia. You used to hate this place. You resented the tourists, the bad tips, the shitty boss, but seeing it empty and dark like this, it reminds you that things may never return to the way they once were. It certainly won't for you after what you just did. You nearly forgot about Percy. He stands there, shaking, terrified, still scuffed. You just realized he probably assumed he was just arrested for his involvement with Bitcoin fraud. Maybe you have some explaining to do. Hey Percy, are you okay? Oh man, you're bleeding. Damn, wait. Lol, no, that's just my blood. I guess I fucked myself up in the crash. I thought one of my bullets got you. Listen, there's something I need to confess. That face! Not enough for the work she must do. You know how I've been saying all those cop killing accusations are lies? Well, actually I did it. I killed a cop in self-defense and covered it up. I mean, maybe that's not the stunning news like I think it is, considering like I just shot 2 cops right in front of you to bust you out of custody. Well, okay, that's not actually what I want to confess. The reason they arrested you is, man, why is it so hard to admit? The cops got your picture because I robbed you into all this Bitcoin scam shit. That's what it is. It's not my fault! I got you into this mess. I suckered you into our praxis racket, and now you're wanted felon, just like me. In my defense, I was just having too much fun scamming those rich boomers with you. You're natural at it, and I was on such a roll, making fake amateur nudes in Photoshop and shit. Maybe this sounds selfish of me, but I couldn't change a thing, even though it got you in trouble with the law. Well, it got both of us in trouble. And I know how you must feeling. I've been feeling it for weeks. That sense that your life is never going to be the same again. That you'll always be looking over your shoulder. That the name Percy is going to be associated with these crimes. And there's nothing left to do but keep fighting until the threat is truly destroyed. But there's the good news! No matter how much the media drags the name Percy through the mud, from now on, we both know there is no Percy anymore. Percy died today. You're no longer a humble human sim. You're a jubilite now and forever. You are Percy. Is she doing clown makeup on him with her blood? Is she making out with him? Z! Z! My jaw is on the fucking floor. God, stop simping! I am very concerned for Percy. Oh my god. Oh my god! Z, you wow. Stuck pig. Oh, pig because police, huh? That Bentley is reduced to Paris' name, isn't it? Every single screen, the sword gets closer to the constellation. God! The next day... No. That is it. That is it. Wait, do I need to actually, like... Okay, yeah. Okay, I can save you. Okay. Wait. Huh? Wait, oh no, it's not working. Okay, let me close this. And turn it off on again. Because I saved, so I know where I am. Yeah. Oh, the music plays longer too. Ooh. I wonder if that's going to have like a meaning at the ending when the sword finally like gets at the very end. I'm starting the game again. Don't worry. I know it's not suitable for minors. Okay, so options. Cast. Okay. Until you said I can check until the witnesses. I think. Yeah. So Z is clown gender. Abby is horse gender. Female. Heresy is just a dude. Ivor's dude. David Hasselhoff is just full horse. Hero Clown Sonas, Z, and Apple Pie, which are the same. Witnesses, okay. Bertrand is a dude. Okay, female, male. Okay. So, very basic so far. This is interesting though, the fucking triangle gender spectrum and the definitions here. Heroes. Yeah, heroes is not the word I could use. And making sure this is, well, like, yeah. Okay, so that was Psycholonials! That was 4 chapters of Psycholonials. My jaw is on the floor right now. I didn't know what to expect going into this, but I was definitely not expecting this. This is amazing! This has been amazing, actually, so far. I am genuinely enjoying this. Like, it is very rough. You love the Ace Clown outfit. It's nice. God, there's like a lot. There's a lot on this game. Like, wow. I think I am just going to hold off on those like thoughts until next time because I am just in shock right now and I think I need to process what I just saw and I need to keep going next time. I will continue. Yeah, it was a lot! I know, Jane, it was a lot! I will be continuing this on the 28th, and I hope to finish this on the 5th. Maybe I will finish it on the 28th even, but if not, I will absolutely finish it on the 5th, and I will be just in time for Resident Evil and Vampire Mommy! Oh my god. Like, Z goes 8 feet, God, yeah! Oh my god! My god! Wow, I am just astonished. Hopefully not. Otherwise, remember that my streams are always archived. I keep my streams here on... Oh my god. Can't believe you're placing me with a taller vampire! Listen, Jackie, if you were 9'6", I could also let you step on my face. I'll be done with the rest of the game by next time, yeah. Thank you all so much for coming, it was so nice to see you all here. People I have seen before, people I haven't seen but I know, newcomers, it's just, it makes me giddy, honestly. I am building that cloud myself too. And as a proud, slightly clown-leaning woman, I couldn't be happier. But yeah, that should be it for now, and I hope you had fun, and I will be taking my leave because dinner is soon. Love you all. Hope you had fun, and see you next time. It's fun to see this from the start again. Yeah, I can imagine, because you guys have been following it, like, serially, so you have been, like, going through, like, 1 chapter a week, sometimes 2 weeks. Wow. Like, I don't know what I could do having to wait, like, between chapters like that. I'm so glad I can just play this whenever. But yeah, as mentioned, goodbye everyone, and thank you for coming. Bye-bye. Yes, fucking Elevatorstuck. What about it? What about it? Did you want to complain about it, Jackie? Elevatorstuck. Good night.